You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris. There you go, mate. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
I have just done
I can
that
hear you.
whole thing on mute. I have just done that whole thing on mute. Okay, guys, quickly, my laptop absolutely knackered. I have been doing this whole thing on mute. I can see there's a load of comments saying you're on mute, you're on mute. Oh my god, why can't we hear you? Because I'm a moron. That's why you can't hear me, people. Doug says please subscribe to the channel. Team news is a scroll across the bottom. I will try it again in my from wisdom, not realising I was on mute. It is a 4-3-3 lineup, so that hasn't changed, Luke. Quickly going to run through the team with you here. Hamadson naturally goes in goal. Ricardo is stayed in as a right back. Vestergaard keeps his place, but Connor Cody is on the bench. Is that a little bit of a surprise to you, or you expecting to see him on the bench, Cody?
I expected if we were going to see him anywhere, it was going to be on the bench. We're not going to rush him in too quick, I don't think. The big one is Justin in for FaZe in that back three.
Yeah, I mean, well, it looks more like a back four. I'm not too sure how it's going to change up. I know he likes his wing backs to be a bit inverted anyway, so he might have said something there. But he did promise Justin would get a start, and he's true to his word. He does play on that left, so Doyle coming into a more natural position could probably benefit Leicester today. The midfield three. Sees Ndidi, Winks, and KDH. It's become a bit familiar, isn't it, in that midfield three? I think if there's one area we're starting to see a bit of familiarity in terms of consistent lineup, it's Ndidi, Winks, and KDH. And KDH might be a little bit of surprise because, well, you know, some people have been questioning his form recently, the last couple of games, but it's indeed Winks and Dewsbury Hall. It is strong midfield, isn't it, mate?
Very strong for the championship. And you can kind of starting to be able to predict the subs a little bit, like probably going to see Cassidy at some point come on for Ndidi. But definitely Winks is always going to be there, and Dewsbury Hall seems to be that man in the engine room.
Yeah, it definitely does. It seems to be the talkative trio. And then we'll get on to the attackers in a second. Niall did say that's better in a comment. I'm sorry, I've just gone a little bit past it, and working on a phone isn't easy to scroll up, but I have seen it, Niall, don't worry. Oliver Games 444, welcome to the channel, mate. If you're new, I hope you're enjoying it. He says this is going to be a good match. I hope so. Anyway, I certainly think me and Luke are hoping it's going to be a good match for all the right reasons. Scott says, Brad, is Doyle playing central or in the fullback roles? I would assume, because Justin can sort of play both. I know, but he's predominantly a left-sided player. I would assume that he's, to account for Justin being in the squad, he's going to move Doyle into the centre-back pairing alongside FaZe. So I could be wrong. It could be the other way around, but that's just what I'm getting. Quick big up to Mike in the chat, who always commented. I thought I'd put up on screen and then chose not to, but I did. Mike, how you doing, mate? Hope you are well. The front three comes with a little bit of a stir. McAteer keeps his place on the right. Mavididi is entrusted on the left-hand side, but it's Jamie Vardy up front. It's not my beloved Iheanacho. So I'm already sad. But the last time we played Southampton on Friday night, it was also, not only was it 9-0, but he also managed to score the goals. We have got Neil backstage who's going to join us. Neil, me and Luke have just quickly ran through the team there. What do you make of it? Obviously, Iheanacho's being dropped for Vardy. Justin's been given that start, his promise. I mean, whatever Leicester put out, you could argue is a very good, strong lineup. But are you happy with the lineup from what you've seen of it?
I think that the reason why he's done is it tends to be the people that have played international minutes have then again come out of the squad. So Iheanacho has been one of them. That's what. And you got to remember that we've got another game, 8 games, 8 days. We've got 3 games, and he said 8 games. Yeah, I did say 8 games. Yeah, mate, cut it out, mate. You cut this out live, can't you?
It's all edited, mate. Yeah, it's not a watch along.
But yeah, in terms of that, I'm happy with it. I'm surprised to see the wingers, but the thing is, I was like, well, it makes sense because they haven't gone with their international squad. I think I don't know if we call him Yunus or Akgun. Yunus Akgun, him, and Fatal are going on international duty at the moment. So that's the reason why they're not playing in the squad. But then Wilfred Ndidi's playing, which for me is
Yeah,
like Cassadai's surely out of all of them, the ones that wants to start. But I think did Cassadai go with the under-20s with Italy? I have no idea. Maybe.
he possibly did. I mean, the thing is, as well, he's young as well, isn't it? And like you said, we've talked about the depth of our squad for a while, and like you said, eight days, 3 games. It's a lot to ask. A lot that these players do. And I know people say, "Oh, they're young, they get paid to do it." Yeah, they do, but they also, if you got asked to put in the effort that they've put in during that week, it's not easy to do. I've just noticed your message. I think it was you that sent it. Yeah, sorry. I'll just check it. I was like, what's this option more? It's because I'm on my phone, not my laptop. I'm not used to it. But he has become a bit of a super sub, hasn't he, Casty? I mean, I went through the bench. I don't know if you heard it, Neil, but only one goalkeeper. I mean, that's a shock in its own because we're used. There you go. Casty did go with Italy, so that might explain it as well. I'm just watching it on top right here. It's going through that lovely 9-0 game. I just saw the bell and that ruined it. But
take your Leicester Southampton bingo for that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, 9-0's been mentioned. There you go. Get that off. That's in the middle of the board. It's going to be a fun night, though, isn't it? Well, we're hoping so anyway, at least. And I'm hoping that my lovely stream will keep going throughout, so I can do the watch along for you, lovely people. But Friday night under our lights, our record against Southampton has been, well, a bit like the weather was on that day, really. It's been a bit dreary ever since that game because, we had the double done over us last year, 2 sinking ships, and they still managed to nick 6 points off us, which definitely proved vital come the conclusion of it. And, we're now just probably
record's been all right. We scored 4 past them. I want to say under Claude Puel, we put 4 past them. We scored some good goals at their ground. I think we've got quite a good record just recently. Since the 9-0, it's not been very good. But up to that point, I think we've been all right. Like we've had a couple of 4-0, 3-0s and stuff like that down there.
Yeah, but it's been a mixed bag of results, hasn't it? Up until, like I said, if it just feels like a bit of a precursor on why has that just stopped working? Since that 9-0. I mean, you guys, obviously, we've got about 8 minutes to go to kick-off. Luke, I'm going to come to you now to just kind of bounce off Neil there for a little bit. How are you feeling about this game? Because obviously the pressure's on a little bit. Leicester, have won 4 just recently to Hull lost 1. So both sides we know are on a bit of a downer from before the international break. But how are you feeling that it's going to go for this game?
Confident and optimistic. We've had, this international break to work with all our new recruits, get everything settled, and I'm feeling pretty positive about this. Actually, I'm not that worried. And this lineup is pretty predictable, to be honest with you, except for Faze coming out for Justin. I thought maybe it might have been Vestager, but clearly he wants that for that option, that back 3 for that ball disposal, feeding it out the back. So Mavididi, I definitely think is the strongest on the left hand side. Vardy, I don't think would have been starting before the transfer deadline. Otherwise, it might have pushed Kelechi out the door. So I don't think we would have done this before the transfer window closed. I don't know about you guys, but
don't say that to me. Don't you dare say that to me. I'm leaving. It's not censored. That's banned on this channel when I'm in charge. It's banned saying slanderous things like that. But yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
It's the one thing that I want to mention. We have got so many options wide. Like, it's going to be like real competitive for that spot. Like, and moving forward, like, it's going to take a while for this like starting 11 to kind of settle, especially with how big it is and how long it is and how often we're playing. Not only we're going to be having rotations, but we're going to have people competing for spots, which is excellent. It's a beautiful thing to have all this depth in the Championship League. And I'm not thinking about past games and how we've done with Southampton in the past. This is a blank slate, new manager. Let's move forward and let's smash in this time and make a new record. Yeah,
that would be great, wouldn't it? Get forward. I mean, Neil, I know you just said there you have to quickly shoot off, and I appreciate you for coming on for beforehand. You didn't miss much, by the way. I was having technical difficulty after technical difficulty, so you weren't. In the end, actually, you weren't actually all that late. So just quickly, your thoughts on the lineup. Obviously, Luke makes a good point there. It's strange that we've got an abundance of wingers as an option. And before you go quickly, I think we've asked you before, but just so everybody else who wants to get involved with it as well, score predictions as well, and then I'll ask you the same, Luke.
Oof. I think 4-2. It's going to be a high scoring game. I think we get 4 past them, especially with the wingers coming off the bench. So I think the biggest surprise for me is probably Daka being on the bench. Obviously, the injury to Cannon is obviously a thing, but see Daka back on the bench felt weird. And I think there's a reason why he's the last one. But again, no Suter. They've got no Suter back in the squad. So we will have to see. But all in all, I'm feeling confident, but it could go either way. But I've got a feeling it's good. Whatever game's going to be, it's going to be entertaining. I genuinely think it's going to be a really entertaining game.
Well, let's hope you're right, Neil. Neil, I know you've got to go. I know you have to head off. You said to me you got to go 5 minutes for kickoff, sort yourself out. If you're able to just pop in at half time, that'd be brilliant. But if not, that's fine. I appreciate it. It's a late night one, as I see the Saints are literally marching on the pitch right now. So thanks, Neil, for joining us. If you can pop in at half time, that'd be brilliant. But if not, it's been a pleasure as always.
I'll catch you at half time. It's just that I completely forgot. I've been all over the place a bit recently. I can hear my oven going off. I've got to go get some pizza. I'll be back in a second.
Oh,
great to meet you.
Do not let us stop you eating your pizza, mate. Enjoy it. So cut it into 9 slices for luck, mate.
9 slices, right?
Yeah. No one cares about being equal at this stage.
Cheers, mate. All right. See you later.
See you later, Neil.
See you, mate.
Cheers.
See you, Luke, as well.
See you,
I mean, Neil there has gone for a fairly exciting game. I hope it is that exciting. So I just seeing what's going on with me Sky Sports in the corner. Lovely highlights of the goal against Coventry there, just popping up. Mike Green has gone 3-1 Southampton. I have gone different to, I believe, what I predicted in the prediction league. So I don't know. I don't even know if Mike's put what he's done in his prediction leagues, but he's gone 3-1 Southampton. Jay has gone 3-0 Foxes. And then I can never pronounce. Is that Gregory or
Georgie 91?
Georgie 91. I don't know what it is about E and O's next to each other. It fuddles my brain. Georgie 91 has gone. Come on, Leicester. Come on. Let's hope so. A quick score prediction, Luke, and a quick roundup of what you think is going to happen. Why I narrowly dragged this out to just before the game kicks off, because those of you that might be interested, hopefully, the front lights went off there for a second. Oh no, that's just how they do their entrance. That's not daunting. That's just making people trip upstairs. I will hopefully be able to. I can hear it through my headset. So we're going to try this all comms style. You're going to get broadcasted live. The best Matt Piper in town. They called me as they're bringing up the key matchups. Luke, score prediction. You're going brave. You're going big. FI or Fee is going big. They've gone 4-1. Are you following the herd? Are you going for a Leicester win, or are you maybe sitting on that fence like I'm hiding?
No, I'm going for a win, but I'm not going as big as everyone else. I have been going big most weeks, but I think it's going to take a while before it clicks and we start getting those absolute thrashings. So I've gone 2-1 in favour of Leicester.
Luke has gone for a Leicester special. I'd call that. It's a Leicester special, isn't it? A 2-1, because that's. Well, I say that. I mean, I know we only won 1-0 against Huddersfield, but when Leicester seem to win and like to concede goals at the same time, they tend to do it 2-1. I mean, Luke, you're obviously in the land of Oz. How are you feeling watching this game? Because is it late night there as well? Like, it's a bit different because you're in a particular part of Australia. So I know you went for a nap earlier. I hope I didn't disturb you too much. But how are you watching it from the land down under, should I say?
Yes, it's just about to go 3 a.m, so we'll have to jump off in a minute and set my stream up. But it's 3 a.m. I got up at 2:30. I've smashed the coffee. I'm fired up and ready to go.
Absolute legend. Well, mate, they are doing their little fancy light show. I didn't know we were American, but apparently Southampton feel American with the light show they've got going on. Looks like the players are just coming out, mate. So you go ahead, you go and set up your stream, and again, if you want, you can jump in at half time. That would be brilliant, and hopefully we're talking about Leicester being in a sturdy lead at that point.
Too easy, mate. Sounds good. I'll be here straight away for halftime. Don't worry. So I'll see you soon.
See you soon, matey. Take care.
See you, mate.
Take care.
See you guys.
See you later. There's Luke and Neil for us. So, don't do this. Of course, I say I'll do a watch along. What's the worst that can happen? And of course, my TV decides it wants to play up. But yeah, they're doing a live stream. So, as always, guys, no spoilers in the chat. We do have mods in. So if you are trying to spoil it, even if you're just putting in something that's as Donald Trump would say, fake news, you're going to get timed out. You're going to get, the mods are going to deal with you. I'm going to deal with you if I get a chance to. But the players are gathering in the tunnel. I'm going to try and hopefully get a uninterrupted stream and give you some, I want to say professional commentary, but I'm not sure if that's what the case is, as the officials and the benches of all the teams are getting to the front. I think Jamie Vardy has the captain's armband on. He's the only one I can see with a band. So, yeah, Jeff, you say here, good morning, Brad. Yes, good morning to you all the way from the Philippines. This is an early one for you, I assume, as well. It is an interesting team selection with the Norwich game coming up. Of course, game week 6 is followed by game week 7 very quickly in this league. So maybe that's the reason for some chops and changes. Let's hope it all pays off. Yes, Jay, I still haven't had any updates myself. You say here, is Tom Cannon injured? Yes, he is. Do I know how long for? No, I do not, unfortunately. Southampton are matching with a 4-3-3. They've gone Bazuni, Harewood Bells, Charles, Walker Peters, Manning at the back, Down, Smallburn, Armstrong in the middle, Che Adams, Fraser, and Aduzi are the front three Southampton. And yes, I did read that off the screen as quick as I could for you all. I hope I am not going to have problems with it, but it feels like the stream service I'm legitimately using is going to be a little bit awkward with me. Southampton, Samuel Edozie, most dribbles in the championship for Southampton this season. This is going to be an interesting game. Nobody has backed a 9-0 here. I don't blame you, really. It's a different time and age, and it's very rare you see any of them. Jay, yeah, it's a real shame. Glad Vardy is starting now. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a professed lover of Iheanacho. But yeah, Vardy starting, it makes sense. Keep the likes of Iheanacho and that available and rested potentially for Norwich, and obviously they can come off the bench and impact the game. It'll be interesting to see what they are needed to do. If I don't respond to your commentary of the game, I'm not being ignorant. I do really love you. It's just where I've got my telly and where I have to have my camera, because there's certain pictures in this house that are of other members of this household, and if I have to have it to angle to match so I can see both screens, they're gonna show up. So I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm trying to be an owl, really. As the players are gathered around the centre circle, taking a minute's silence. A few murmurs to the crowd. Just waiting for kickoff. few boos there, maybe some noises being made. But the minute silence is over, and Leicester are attacking. If you look at it as if you was watching it on telly, they're attacking the goal to the right. Russell Martin is the dugout manager. He's the Southampton manager in the dugout. It looks like stylish. It looks like he's about to nip out to dinner or something. And of course, Enzo Maresca is dressed tracksuit top to bottom, polar opposites, as you could imagine with them. And his stat, won 4 out of 5 championship games. It's a great stat to put up for a man who's only 5 games into his Leicester career. Even in true red, taking a night off from coming to watch the championship, which will be back in next season. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Southampton have us underway. They have the kickoff. And Leicester just slowly pushing the line. It's sparse, St Mary's. I can see a few empty seats around us. Leicester steal the ball here off them eagerly. Indeed, he's in here. He's got McAteer in the middle. He tries to put it back. It could go Vardy! 22 seconds into the game. Jamie Vardy sets Leicester on the way. It's Southampton 0. Leicester City 1. What a breaking play by Ndidi. He cuts the ball back. It beats the Southampton defence. They mess up the clearance. And the goal poacher, Jamie Vardy, is there. I know I'm lagging behind, Sherry. I apologise. I'm on a stream, but this is why I just get to react to what I see. And no spoilers. It's a fantastic goal. Poor pass out from the back. The right back makes a hash of his pass. It gets picked up by Wilfred Ndidi. He works his way into the box. He lays it to Winks, who gives him a lovely 1-2. He tries to drag it back. McAteer's not able to get on the end of it, but that goat, that man, Jamie Vardy, is there. And 22 seconds into the game, it is Southampton 0, Leicester City 1. Boris, you must be happy. I'm very happy. I can see it there. I know I'm lagging behind. I know I'm probably a minute or two behind the actual game itself, but this is what the joy of the watch-along is. You come to see silly reactions like that. Boris, you'll be the happiest man underway as Southampton already get us back underway. As Vardy's won it here in this half. Actually, it was won by McAteer and given to Vardy. Mavadidi's breaking down the left. He's crossed in, and now my stream's glitching and catching up. So I've now got the ball with Wilfred Ndidi, who has committed a little bit of a silly foul. And now we're 2 minutes 20. God, this stream's amazing. You'll have to bear with me. As that has now gone out for a Southampton goal kick at 3 minutes. So I am going to be chopping and changing from my commentary because I'm apparently lagging behind. Vardy is to go. Yeah, Jamie Vardy. Oh my. Oh dear. What's going on? Penalty, surely? No. Jisrael shoots. It's a corner to Leicester. This is all Leicester in the opening 3 minutes from the way my stream's telling it. Southampton defending there. Oh my God. Yeah, brilliant. What a start, says Nate. Fee, you are an absolute gent. Or a lady, I don't know the name. Fee 50 Fum. Sorry there. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I'm awful at jokes. But Fee, you spent 99p on a super sticker. Thank you very much for that. What a start. Exactly, Jeff. Come on, you foxes. My commentary is going to be done pending how the stream goes. Leicester do have a corner here. Very, very intense start. 4 minutes in. Leicester already a goal to the good. I'm hoping that's my stream caught up, folks. I hope I'm with you. It's played short to Winks, I believe, who gives it back to Jules Mill, who cuts into the middle, but it's too high for Ndidi and goes all the way out for her Southampton throw-in, who are trying to get things going forward. It's thrown up to the halfway line on the left-hand side. I believe that's Che Adams, who's muscled the ball. No foul, but he's worked the ball back. Southampton now with it in defence over on the right-hand side. Push forward on this right-hand touchline. And that is well read and cut out. But then it's given up. It's bounced straight back to Southampton, who do their own little lovely interchange play. And a great block by James Justin, who gets the vital interception there. If he does not get an interception there, it was 1-1. It was definitely going to be a case of 1-1. It's beautiful work by Southampton to get a little bit fortunate because there's a block made. But they cut back, this time denying the cutback. It is the number 23 who plays the ball in, and I believe it was Che Adams who cut it in back across the 6-yard box. But a great defending by Justin there. So still 1-0 as far as I'm aware of, although the corner has come in. That has been cleared by Leicester. We are coming up to 6 minutes in the game. The Southampton keeper, who may not be wanting to trust his right back at the moment, is holding on to the ball. But my stream has gone down. I do apologise, folks, that my commentary may be a little bit scattered. Dealing with a stream is not the easiest, because when you want them to be reliable, they never are. We currently have the crowd in view there. We don't want that. Can we please get it sorted? Guys, I mean, you know Jerry Taggart, is I'm assuming what you meant. I know him. I've met him a few times. I don't know him personally. I don't think he would want to say. Let's see if I can get a stream that's going to work a bit better, because this one keeps lagging on me. Ricardo has a throw in. He's thrown it all the way back to Hermansen, who, under no pressure, gives it to Doyle, who plays it inside to Harry Winks, who turns and passes it out wide right to Justin. He's now gone back to Vestergaard, who gets booed by the Southampton fans, probably by some Leicester fans knowing him. Hermansen plays a risky ball to Dewsbury Hall, but he does well. And he keeps the ball on here. And it's a lovely flicking play, but the flick on by Mavididi is just behind Kieran Dewsbury Hall, and Southampton regain possession, and they spread the play out to the left. But Leicester are pressing here and pressing high, and it's well pressured, and it's won by Justin, who plays it out the wide right to McAteer, who's going to the byline. He dinks a lovely ball in. Oh, it's just not got enough on it. It just goes over the crossbar. Mavididi was there lurking on the left-hand side of the 6-yard box, but it didn't quite have enough accuracy on it. And eventually it's harmlessly gone out for a Southampton goal kick. But we are 8 minutes into this game, and it has been, apart from that one heart-in-mouth moment for Southampton, Leicester and the Southampton fans rightly are already getting on the goalkeeper's back, playing it out short. It's already cost them once. They don't want it cost them again this early in the game as Doyle reads the goal kick. But that's a loose ball, and this is broken kindly now for Southampton. It's the number 10. Curling shot. What a save by Hermansen. Great save by the number 30. Hermansen. Fantastic reach. It was Che Adams with a curling effort. It was the left-hand side of the box. It was about 20 yards out. It was a breaking play that was well run by Fraser. He killed it. It was a nice height for Hermansen in fairness, but he had to make the save. It's still 1-0 Leicester. Southampton with a corner. It's becoming a little bit more... I am on 8 minutes and 42 seconds. So again, I can only use the stream that's in front of me. So just try and let your imagination take you. You've already seen what's happened. Cross has come in. It's into the 6-yard box, but it's headed out. But only as far as the edge of the box. But it's a bit of head tennis going on now. Leicester trying to break away with Mavididi. He's chasing down the ball. He's going to put pressure on the goalkeeper here. It's outside his box. He clears it up and out to the right-hand side. And that is a header won well by Ricardo. It seems like Ricardo's on the left and Justin's on the right. Yeah, guys, if you want to let me know what kind of minute you're on, you might be a little bit ahead of me. I'm assuming you are, but I hope you enjoy my commentary on it, and at least you get to see me get giddy once you've seen something that's happened. But again, please, no spoilers. I'm going to hide that comment so I can move things up. I'm a minute ahead of you, then, mate. Well, then you get the joys of celebrating Vardy's goal, didn't you? A bit earlier than me. So, yeah, we can go here. Ricardo has it on the left-hand side. He's gone all the way back to Hermansen, who's passed it inside to Winks, who's very defensive at the moment. He's passed it now up to just inside halfway with Dewsbury Hall, who's laid it off to the right to Justin, who is sold a little bit short by Winks in a little 1-2, but he's managed to cycle it back round. It's in the middle now with Wilfred Ndidi, who gets chased down quickly and a little bit of luck and deflection. He gives the ball to Kieran Dewsbury Hall, and he's one of a free kick dead on halfway. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. I hope you are all enjoying it. And I've just realised now that I need to change one of these banners. Change places as we have a goal, don't we? Come on, Brad. Oh, no, I don't want to scroll across the bottom. Here comes Southampton on the right, though, as I say that, and that is a foul. And it's one of them, you could call it tactical fouls, and Walker Peters there, but the referee is not having that. He's calling Doyle over, and my stream has decided to hopefully maybe catch up. Can I get rid of that? Oh, it's not the best way. I do appreciate that, to be doing these. Why can't I just give me a minute, guys? Hello, you can see me in this screen now because I have to do this to get that to change. Oh, the joys of streaming, hey, the joys of streaming. If my laptop wasn't working, it would be absolutely fine. But yeah, for God's sake, my phone is not liking me either. Ticker tape, we'll get that back up. And we are back. Hello, we're back, people. We're back. Joys of technology, having to stream this way. But I think it's crazy how this country streams Bundesliga for free, yet English teams have it's like I have to pay. Yeah, exactly, mate. You're right. It is a bit ridiculous. Southampton have a free kick in a dangerous area. They have played it short across the box, and they've got confused here, Southampton. Oh, there's a chance for Leicester to break away here. Harry Winks looking for options. He gets the options in front, blocks out. That was a horrendous mistake. Justin in acres of space down this right-hand side. He puts it across all the way over to the left-hand side, but the Southampton header gets it clear. But Mavididi should pick this up just inside the Southampton half. He recycles the ball back to Doyle, who goes into the middle to Vestergaard, who plays the ball inside to Winks. He returns the ball to Doyle, who goes inside to Ricardo, who's in the midfield at this moment. Dewsbury Hall plays a lovely ball to Mavididi, who, well, he went down asking for a free kick, but referee has nothing of it. And the ball's here out on the touchline. And my stream has frozen again. Remember, Brad, it's behind, so no spoilers. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, True Red. Yes, do no spoilers. I know it's a struggle. I know we're coming here to see it up to date as possible, but how I have to view it and how you guys get to, unfortunately, can't be the same thing. But I will do my best to bring you my live commentary, and at least then you'll get a genuine reaction. As Southampton are coming forward here in numbers. Leicester have men behind the ball back. He's urged to shoot from long range, and it hits Doyle on the back. I want to say he's an absolute peach of cue ball head this player's got, but I don't know who he is because I don't know the Southampton. Yeah, brilliant, mate. I appreciate you don't want to spoil it. I know some people might do. Just wait for my reaction, mate. If you know it's happy, give yourselves a little yeah. Oh, God, if it's gone wrong. And just enjoy it. It was the number 16 there for Southampton. Struck it true and maybe on target. If it gets a chance, it's a goal. But Southampton have themselves a corner. I believe it's their second of the half. This one is played into the box, right on the money, the 6-yard box, but it's headed out by Leicester's shirt. But it's headed out wide right. And the cross is coming back in, and that's an easy claim for Hermadsen. He claims that with ease. A little bit of tends to try and stop him playing that quickly there by one of the Southampton players, but it's not bothering Hermadsen, who's rolled it out to Doyle, who gives it back to Hermadsen. The Manchester City loanee receives it back here. I agree with you. He spoiling the game. Ricardo Pereira is forced to go back to Doyle, who's forced to go back to Hermadsen. Harry Winks has lost the ball. Critical area is shorting of the wall. Oh, what a save, Hermadsen. Oh, this is why you do not mess around with it at the back. Leicester were nearly the curses of their own maker. The goal that was given to them by Southampton was nearly gifted them straight back. Pass it around. Doyle gives it to Winks, whose heavy touch lets him down. But thankfully for Hermadsen, saved his own blushes. But it could easily have been 1-1. Another corner for Southampton. This time it's on the right-hand side. And the ball drops down and everybody misses it. And Hermadsen somehow gets a clean save to it. And he throws it long and he throws it forward to Mavididi. But he cannot get there. A fantastic save there by Hermansen. Of his own making, it was needed, but you know, it's a save that was needed to be made, but he also shouldn't have put himself in that position. Maybe this is why maybe sometimes just getting the ball out is the better option. But it's here at the moment with Southampton, who are just trying to take this thing out of the game, which is a little bit weird because they've had the last few chances in these last 3 or 4 minutes. Vardy circling the goalkeeper and he boots it long. It goes up to halfway line, but Southampton have allowed Leicester to regroup and get bodies behind, so they've had to start backwards, and now they're slowly building through here, looking to pass into Leicester's half, which they have done on the right-hand side of how they're attacking. They've swapped it over to the left-hand side, facing the way they're attacking, but the ball's deflected off Ndidi, and Justin and Vestergaard recycle it back to Hermansen, who's played it into wings, who's this time ball control is a lot better, but he does take a little bit of time on the ball. But as cool as you like, Vestergaard gets the ball, turns inside. Hi, Jeff Pollitt. I've said hi to you before, but I hope you are doing well. I hope you're enjoying the game. As Hermansen gives it to Winks, who in return gives it to Doyle, who this time sends a long ball into Mavididi, who again goes searching for a free kick. Doesn't get it, but Leicester do get the throw in. Halfway inside their own half, which is recycled back to Hermansen, who's looking for short options. He plays it across the ground into the middle, and that's a lovely ball. If indeed he can get the internet, but the defender's just back far enough to read that space and stop Leicester trying a swift counter-attack. Those were the days, weren't they, guys? A swift Leicester counter-attack was nearly activated there, but it's not to be, as Southampton get an easy free kick there. The number 16 for Southampton's, he's brought that. He's used his experience. Mavididi just got caught wrong-footed. He turned inside. He came down, and that was, and it's a free kick on the halfway line for Southampton. And no, my luck, by the time my stream reloads, it will not be a free kick, and it'll be it'll be a few minutes in. No, it looks like it paused where it was, so hopefully we're getting it fixed here. We're just seeing a replay, so I am hoping I can get a stream. Do you stream on your phone or laptop? I'm currently streaming on my Xbox because I'd sorted it on the laptop, and my laptop went down. No, you're doing a Watchalong break. We don't want to work for you today, and it would have been perfect because I would have been able to. Oh, it's 2-0. Mr. Goldis Makatera scored. Oh, what a goal! Leicester double the lead. It's a mayhem at the back again. It was a throw-in that was cut out. It was a great tackle by Dewsbury Hall. He played it across the box. A lovely flick on by Jamie Vardy, the man of the match. Right now at this moment, he flicked it on. Makatera onside. It is 2-0 to Leicester. Oh, wow. I'm kind of glad I got to see that in the replay. But Leicester City are 2 goals to the good. Another goal by the youngster Makatera. He's in a rich vein of goal-scoring form, and Russell Martin does not look happy. It is 2-0 here. You are free to say that. The goal was at 17 minutes and 38 seconds, and my stream decided to freeze at about 16:59. So that is typical. And so, who says 9-0 isn't on? Who says it, guys? It is 19 minutes now into the game, probably 20 minutes your end. But we are currently, Leicester City are 2 goals to the good at Southampton. And I'm having a whale of a time having to reboot, start my stream, reboot, start my stream. It doesn't want to work. I want to do the commentary, but you don't want to work. So right now, I am having issues. So last time it was 2-0, we went 1-0 up. Very quickly, I'm just going to nip off camera so I can update some banners for you, because we are obviously 2 goals to the good. Talk amongst yourself, children. Talk amongst yourself, because my streaming site that I'm using is just not having any of it, which is quite disappointing. But if it does continue, never fear. I have a backup. I have a fix. It's not ideal, but I will be able to sort that out for us. I'm hoping my stream is going to behave. But for those of you that are wondering, no, I don't want it on ticker. It doesn't want to be a ticker. I want it to be I want it to be the big score on the thing. Why would I want it? Why would we want it as a ticker so you can't see it? That's what we want. We want to see that it is, of course, currently Leicester City 2, Southampton 0 at St Mary's. I'm just going to catch up with some comments while there. Oh, Fi again, or Fee, or however you pronounce it. Apologies, I don't know how to pronounce your YouTube name. Why is... Oh, I've got some form of stream back right now, but you've done another sticker that is absolutely fantastic. We do appreciate it. You're on my soundbar while I play FIFA with Jamie Vardy 94. Well, I'm very, very grateful that you've got me on as your commentating. Yeah, I am too. Even though I missed it, my stream kicked in for the lovely replay of the goal, so I didn't miss much. Although Southampton have the ball here on their left-hand side, another cross dangerously into the box. It's cleared. Oh, it was nearly an own goal. Wilfred Ndidi with a great clearance, but it also inadvertently hit Mavadidi. Ndidi and Mavadidi. That's going to be a mouthful to say if they link up well. So it's going to be great to see if they then bounce or see forward. But Southampton, I know it's 2-0, but 2-0 is a dangerous score, like I always say. Leicester will obviously want to make sure that they can add to this before Southampton potentially find their way back into it. As Southampton have taken this corner short, but it's headed out by Leicester. And Fraser, well, he's sharing my Newcastle, let him go from the Premier League, but he's been given a corner, so it must have taken a deflection. LCFC, it was a great goal. The first goal, keeper played it out short to the right. It was nicked off him. It was a lovely little 1-2. As the cross comes in, the corner comes in. Hamad had some punches. The Southampton right-sided player couldn't retrieve the ball fully, so he's had to go back into the middle. They're looking to switch it out to the left, and Fraser has picked it up here on the left. He's put it into the box, and that's an easy one for Madsen to collect. Leicester back in control. I believe, watch it here, mate. Whoever's seeing it, I am trying to keep up with to comments, but it's not easy for me to do because technology is failing me. So if I miss your comments, I do apologise. It's because I'm trying to focus on a screen and I'm working on a phone because my laptop's gone bust. Typical. But the first goal, LCFC, it was stolen on the right-hand side at the edge of their box. A lovely little uncut play. The ball was set back initially for McAteer, it looked like, but Vardy came racing and smashed it in for 1-0. And I only got to see the replay of the second one, so I'm glad you got to see it. I can see you've said there, McAteer is brilliant. There's all the goalkeepers come out. Ooh, he's just got there after a battle. But Mavadidi, or is that Ndidi? I think it is Ndidi, who's tackling his way into the box, but he is dispossessed. He took a touch too many there, and Southampton regained the ball. I am currently 23.5 minutes into the game. I'm sure you are ahead, but you get to see my general reaction whilst we stream this live to me here. It is never comfortable scoreline, Luke. I always say that. Championship latest, for those that wish to know, that silly small team on the M69 derby are currently 1 goal ahead against Hull City. So I suppose both M69 clubs are at least winning. Any comments I can catch up with here? You can watch it here, mate. You can listen to me on a watch along if you want to watch it, but also listen to my wonderful commentary. I think it's on Sky, but yeah, why not stay here? But if you are going to watch it anywhere else and listen here, as many people have said, please do not put any spoilers because I can only go off what I am shown here on how I'm able to watch it. Had a certain Mr. Laptop that I look at inconspicuously decided to work today, I might have been better with the time because I could have watched it via my phone, but I'm having to do this via my Xbox at the moment. So bear with me with the time because I have a time delay. I have to keep refreshing this stream. So just bear with me as I try and commentate as best I can on what's going on. Oh, Southampton have scored. Well, it's the pressure. It's the pressure they've shown earlier. It's a long ball down the pitch. Justin gets lost and trying to beat his man in the air. And then it's acres of space. He's completely free on the right-hand side, and he's slotted underneath for Madsen. Leicester, yet again, cannot keep a clean sheet. It is Southampton 1, Leicester City 2. And to be fair to Southampton, they have had their chances despite going 2 goals down early. They need that. And it was poor defending by Leicester. They got caught ball watching there for me from the replay. Just a simple long ball over the top, and it's caused all sorts of trouble for Leicester. And they are now still winning the game, but it is now 2 goals to 1. And I said it, True Red said it, 2-1 to dodgy scoreline, but Justin gets beat too easily for me there. I think Doyle overcommits. He leaves the gap essentially for me. It's harsh, but he does it. And then it's a lovely dinked finish by the goal scorer for Southampton. And it's game on again. You know, I am not going to try and pronounce that name as much as I tried to, but Yunus Akgun, he is on the bench. We may see him, we may not. And sadly, I am coming off screen. I know it's on Sky, mate, but I don't actually have Sky on my stream. I'm watching it on Sky, but that should tell you enough that you need to know. So I am just going to see if I can stay on screen whilst I edit. Can I do this? Because it is now 2 goals to 1. So the 9-0 has gone. That has not done what I wanted it to do. But yeah, as far as I am aware, as far as the stream is showing, it is currently Fox's Leicester 2, Southampton 1. As I try and update that again, and they have just mentioned the fact that Leicester have 4 more points than Burnley at this point of the season. There we go. We've got a score update for you. It is currently 2-1. I do hope my stream does sort itself out and either keeps up to date or keeps running. But Southampton have the ball in attacking area, and they're looking to really put the pressure on Leicester here and get themselves right back in this game. They are now down to a ball. Fraser tries something a little bit fancy. McAteer shoved off the ball, and a goal kick is given despite the protests of Southampton, who have a bit of flair about them now. They seem to have a bit of zest. You know, the stuffing was not knocked out of them. They kept coming, and I have to give credit where it's due. They are right back in this game. 29 minutes into it, McAteer plays it inside to Vardy, inside his own half, who just sees a ball go long, and then my stream decides to freeze again as Vardy does play it eventually inside. He probably played it a lot earlier than I'm seeing it, but the ball has now gone back to Southampton at the back, out on the left, slowly bringing this ball. We're at the half-hour mark nearly here, just ticks over the 29th minute, so we are definitely there in real time, I assure you. But Southampton playing it around the back, nearly taking off the defender's toes by Dewsbury Hall there, but they're not really applying the pressure on the goalkeeper. Jamie Vardy's asking for some assistance if he can do the press, but now the goalkeeper's forced to kick it long, and my stream's forced to go away. Q2, that's what I'm just going to call you. I hope that doesn't offend you. It's great you've been watching Eunice since the under-16s. I hope everything's going well for you. Oh, at least I hope it's going better than it is for me here, which is not well at all. Because I'm seeing nothing right about now. Southampton goalkeeper kit. Anyone else think it reminds them of that Middlesbrough kit that we played against in '96? Some of you may be too young to remember the 96-97 Coca-Cola Cup final, but it's got that kind of yellow. It's a bit darker, but it looks a bit well, we played in this kit, Leicester do, for those who remember it. But yeah, does anyone else think that if you're watching it through there and just listen to my beautiful voice here? Let me know. Let me know. As my stream is back, dead on 30 minutes, and Southampton have the ball. They're inside their own half, but they were at the halfway line, but they've been forced to go back. I want to keep hold of the ball. Much to the displeasure of Southampton fans, they don't want them messing around with it. They've just seen what going long can do with it. It got them a goal. It got them right back in this game. They don't want them playing ticky-tacky football around the back. As the ball bounces awkwardly, but Dewsbury Hall still in acres of space. He's able to play in Vardy, who tries to dump it for McAteer, but McAteer wasn't quite on the same wavelength as Vardy. And Southampton get it clear, but only as far as Justin, still in the Southampton half, who gives it to Winks, who for me is being a little bit passive. He's not really looking forward with his intent. His intent is to look back, which is maybe causing a little bit of frustration with those watching. I haven't seen him yet, Boris. I don't know if Chris has been spotted in the crowd or not. The camera wants to be able to still work. You don't see that. As Leicester try to go forward here, and Harry Winks his hat down, and we could see the first card of the afternoon here, of the evening here. I'm not going to find out though, because this flipping stream is not working at all. Possibly a yellow card. I can't tell you. My nose is now decided to do. Anything that could go did go wrong. It's not a spoiler in the chat. Could someone let people know if that has been given as a yellow card or not? Because yeah, this whole streaming thing I'm using is a load of rubbish tonight. It doesn't want to work. So Cody, he's on the bench. I did have the starting 11 going and subs are going across the bench, but I just removed it because it makes it a bit easier for myself now the game's going on. Hopefully I can get some visual on the game. The visual I get is indeed having a shot, and that's a great save by the goalkeeper. Bazunu makes a great save, and Leicester have a bit of pressure. They have themselves a corner here. It's a great shot by Ndidi. It was rifling into the bottom corner, but Leicester have a corner, and I may never know how this sees. Watching right now is keeping me calm before we play Burnley on Monday night. Well, as long as I'm doing something for some people. As the corner is being swung in. Dewsbury is McAteer over the set piece. He sends it into the 6-yard box, but it's only met by Southampton corner, and it's headed behind for another corner to Leicester, which will come from the right hand side as they are attacking it, if I'm ever allowed to see the game, that is, because I've had to catch up with 2 goals. Is this going to be Ndidi's chance again? I don't want to say anything in case it is. McAteer has the ball on the right inside to Ndidi, a driven cross inside. Handball appeals to Winks, but it's not given by the referee. Ndidi turns and gives the ball back to Vestergaard, who looks for options. There's not much in front of him, just a sea of red. So he's forced to go back to Doyle, who in turn returns it to Hamadson, who is right out of his goal. And despite the pressure being put on him by Che Adams, is quite calmly dispenses it out to Vestergaard, who passes the ball to Doyle, who's surged up the pitch, but he is given the ball back. Now then, Dewsbury Hall on the left-hand side. The possession's just come up. Southampton edging the possession 52-48%. So Saints just creeping away into taking the initiative here. It is still 2-1 to the Foxes, and they have a free kick in a wide area, but you would say it's a dangerous area. If Dewsbury Hall can deliver a good ball in here and Leicester player can meet it, this could be the gap that Leicester need to give themselves some breathing space here. Maybe the 6'6" Yannick Vestergaard can score against his former club. Wouldn't that be something if Vestergaard was to manage to get on the end of it here? McAteer's at the edge of the box. Leicester have 6 players in the box ready for it, and it's played all way back to Winks, who drills it low, and Vardy gets a flick on. Very, very strange set piece. He had 6 players in the box, looked for all the world like he's going to cross it in. He knocked it back all the way to Winks. He drilled it in, a cheeky little flick by Vardy. It nearly paid off. Good save by the Southampton goalkeeper to be alert. Very strange tactic, but it nearly worked. And then Southampton tried to break away on the left-hand side, but Ricardo did his job superbly on the left. And not only winning the ball, but winning a throw-in, as Jamie Vardy has it now on the right-hand side. Tangling away, he gets brought down, but he's managed to get the ball to Wilfred Ndidi, who's holding the ball up here on this right-hand side. He's trying to win a throw-in or a potential corner for Leicester. He still has the ball at his feet. He's got past 2 of them, and then a recovering challenge from the Southampton defence gives Leicester a throw-in deep in the Southampton half on this right-hand side. Justin with the throw-in. He's about halfway in between the edge of the box and the goal. On our right, he's thrown it inside to McIntyre on the byline, who's laid it back to Justin, who's looped a ball in all the way over to Mavididi, who's had to wait and watch and try and bring it under control. He's managed to lay the ball back to Ricardo, who's given it to Vestergaard, still in the Southampton half. Doyle plays it out left to Mavididi. He's looking to take on his man. He looks to cut inside. He's gone through 3 of them. He's had a shot. It's a tame effort. It is on target, but it was unfortunately all pretty much straight at the goalkeeper. I know this was a while ago, but off topic. But Cole Palmer to Chelsea, 4 million. Chelsea is spending for the sake of spending, mate. It's ridiculous who they keep buying and what they keep spending on players. But Leicester, they'll be hoping to make something of these chances have been created. But Southampton come away over here on the right-hand side as they attack. It's a ball that's cut back. He faked across. He's now passed it back to the edge of the box. He's had to turn inside as the Southampton player. He's gone back out wide. Now the Leicester are pushing them out and crowding them out, forcing Southampton players to make runs they're maybe not that comfortable with. They still have it here, attacking on their right-hand side. Leicester's left, and Didi marshalling the attacker there. Not really much in the way of options, but he break past Doyle here. It's headed dangerously back across goal by Ricardo, but the ball bounced kindly for Leicester, and Dewsbury Hall was able to at least hook it away. And it's Dewsbury Hall that wins a free kick. Walker Peters goes down like he's been shot, and Kieran Dewsbury Hall is picking up the first yellow card for Leicester City at least. I'm not sure if the player who fouled Harry Winks got booked, but yeah, Dewsbury Hall, I mean, it's late, it's reckless, he's moved the ball on, you don't really need to slide there, and Didi's covering. For me, it's just a bit of a needless one, and Dewsbury Hall now, he has to be careful. You have to be careful. You can't give away free kicks. We're about 5 minutes or so. There'll probably be maybe 4 or 5 minutes stoppage time was the goals to go, but there is 5 minutes until half time. As a free kick comes in, and it's a good header, but he wasn't able to generate enough power behind him. I think it was Ndidi, maybe Ricardo. No, it was Ricardo, I believe. Yeah, Ricardo and Justin maybe put him under a bit of pressure and made him second guess it. He wasn't able to get the power on it, because if he got the power on it, it was going to be 2-2. But as we are, it is end to end. It is that real battle that you expected. 2 early season contenders. He was carded, was he? Thanks, Nate. So both teams have got a player carded. This is real end to end. The 2 teams that are the most favourites to be getting automatic promotion and going back up with the first attempt from the Championship back up to the Premier League are having a royal ding-dong of a match, which Leicester are still leading by 2 goals to 1. 2 goals came courtesy of Jamie Vardy in 22 seconds and then Casey McIntyre on 18 minutes, only for Southampton a few minutes later to go and pull one back for Southampton. Scarlett Stevenson, the best. Mate, listen to it with me and my lovely commentary. Put Sky on and listen to my lovely commentary, As Mavididi has it on the left-hand side, he's free. He's only got Jamie Vardy in support. He has a shot, great save by the goalkeeper, and it bounces back out. And Southampton had a chance to clear. Leicester got really held in behind Southampton there. They had a chance. Anthony, big up, Chris. Hope you well. I know, Brad. Well, yeah, you're cheering on here. Southampton come down the left-hand side, but it all amounts to nothing. But Leicester there just had the opportunity to get themselves a third goal and really re-establish themselves in this game. Yeah, no worries, mate. Like I said, put them on mute. Have me as your commentators. I've got to listen to the commentators in my ear roll, but they're boring. I'm much better. Mavididi with a great strike, a little bit too straight, not enough angle on it, but it was hit with some power, a little bit more accuracy, and it would have been 3-1. But as it stands, it is still 2-1 to the Foxes. Yeah, Anthony likes to try and make jokes, but yeah, it's a very typical potential first versus second. I know that's not the league position, but in terms of expectations, two title contenders maybe going at it, it's been a hell of a contest so far. As we got about 2 or 3 minutes until half time, hopefully with some stoppage time will be added on. Leicester will be hoping to get into half time with this lead and hoping to extend it, but they've got some defending to do here as they've wonderfully cut inside, but the ball into the middle, not the greatest, and Ricardo calmly deals with the loose ball, the poor pass. He played it back to Madsen, who sent the ball long, and Jamie Vardy did Jamie Vardy, and a free kick just shy of the halfway line for Leicester. 42 minutes on my stream, so if you are ahead and you are seeing any actions, please no spoilers going forward, because my stream is obviously a bit behind live play, but it is currently Leicester City 2, Southampton 1. So if you had, I believe Mike had both teams to score and Leicester to win so far. He's on for the win there. Coventry apparently are 1-0 up at half time. So if you had Coventry to win, yes, just noticed your comment there, Anthony. They are 1-0 up. Game's gone a bit quiet in these last few minutes. I must say that. It's commentators' curse, I guess. You big up the pace of the game, and then both teams don't really do much with it. As again, a little nitty-gritty play deep in Southampton's half, and a little tame free kick given away there by Vardy. And Southampton now have the chance to try and create something. And number 3 has it for Southampton. He plays it into the middle. The midfielder tries to instantly play it into the mix, but just as I say that, my stream sees a wonderful tackle and goes, no, we don't like that. So here comes Southampton with the ball, and McAteer makes an interception, and it is Leicester trying to break away here. So yeah, Coventry winning, Leicester. Oh, that was a challenge hard, but I've already seen this, so I'm a little bit now behind my own what I've seen. It's like Back to the Future, isn't it? I'm getting to see what I've already seen. I think I've seen this before. I think they call this deja vu. McAteer, he gets fouled, but nothing given, it seems. I'll let you know when I know. I'll tell you when I know. Oh, if nothing else, it's been entertaining to try and watch, hasn't it, folks? Indeed, he's had a shot. It's at the edge of the box. And again, cue my stream to freeze on me. Leicester had another chance. You feel like that Leicester may need to take this third, an opportunity to get a third sooner rather than later. Because as we've seen already, Southampton have found a way back into this game. And you feel like it would be a very missed opportunity not to beat one of the rivals for promotion here if they don't do it. As again, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall does have the ball on the left-hand side. We've just had a chance by Wilfred Ndidi that was well saved or blocked by the keeper. The replay's a bit hard to tell with it kind of stuttered on me there. But the ball has eventually been spread out wide to McAteer, but the official raises the flag for offside. We're getting to see this chance back here. So at least for folks, 3 goals so far. Yeah, it was on the left. It was Mavididi inside who played it across to McAtee, who was a bit behind play. He had a shot that was cleared. Indeed, he had a shot that was then blocked. And that's how the attack came behind. We are awaiting the fourth officials board for injury time. I can imagine there's going to be at least 3 minutes. If you say a minute ago, there hasn't been too much on an injury front or any other stoppages. So 2 to 3 minutes we're expecting here before half time. 3 minutes have just been shown on the board, but Leicester will be desperate to make sure they will come in at half time. 3 goals scored. It's Jamie Vardy coming in here, but his control just lets him down. And if Jamie Vardy, maybe a couple of years ago when Jamie Vardy was at his peak, he brings that down perfectly. He's 1-1 a goalkeeper. Wasn't to be, but really Leicester, well, they'll be kicking themselves if they're not able to come in at half time with a goal advantage here. As Fraser breaks away, he has a shot, but Leicester get their numbers back. And between Vestergaard and Justin Armstrong, it was. Apologies, not Fraser. That shot there had the chance, but it was well dealt with for Leicester. And in the end, a free kick is given to Leicester. 2 minutes go of injury. 2 minutes left of injury time. Until half time. Yeah, neither shirt, Paul. I know players get booked for something like that, but I can do it. You can't book me, the ref. Should have been a card there, you feel, as Leicester are looking to create one more opportunity, can they, before half time. Leicester are 2-1 to the good. A great ball by Dewsbury Hall finds McAtee on the right, but he's had to bring it down and come inside. He's passed the ball on to Winks, who's actually looking forward for once, which is brilliant to see. Match stats: Southampton have had 1 shot, which is led to a goal. It was only 1 obviously on target. Leicester have had 4 chances on target of them 6, and 7 touches in the opposition area, and just controlling the possession. And 54% to 60 to 46. Sorry. So Leicester on top, deserving of the lead, but Southampton showing it. Give them the opportunity, and they will take it. As Leicester have just been passing it around in the midfield area here, not really going anywhere with it so far. Maybe just trying to see out the last 60 seconds here of the half. As Dewsbury Hall has it, 50 seconds or so left. My stream, I feel like it's gone back on itself. It has a little bit. Yeah, it is just catching up. It's very slow, my stream today. And we have seen a goal. I have seen the scoreline. And Leicester have found a way to make it 3-1 on the stroke of half time. Beautiful time. And here's the replay. It was brilliant link-up play between the back line. Mavididi turns the defender. He gets back. He stays on his feet. He plays it into Ndidi. And just as I'm about to see if it's Ndidi that strikes it, my stream closed again. I'm hoping I can load it up. I can see angry faces in there. Leicester have made it count. It is Wilfred Ndidi who delightfully finished it over the keeper with seconds left of half time. It was great hold up by Mavididi. He could have gone down. He could have tried to buy a free kick. He came back. He got himself back on his feet. He played the ball into Wilfred Ndidi. Acres of space, all the time in the world. And at the best time you could ask for, Wilfred Ndidi, 47 minutes, 26 seconds to be exact. He makes it Southampton 1, Leicester City 3, and Leicester City are not being made to rue their missed chances here. There's a little bit of panic from the restart. It'll probably be another 5 or 10, 15 seconds to go. It may already be half-time if you're watching it and just listening to me as commentary. But the half-time whistle does go. And what a perfect end to the half it was for Leicester City. It is Leicester City, although there is a bit of concern, I may just say here. I believe it's Dewsbury Hall has taken quite a knock here. I'm just seeing the replay. Oh, yes, he's taken a full shoulder. It's completely accidental. It's coming together. They both had eyes on the ball, but the Leicester physio is dealing with it. However, thank you, Fi and Fee, for your score. Yes, Auntie, don't worry, I will change it. Wilfred Ndidi puts icing on the cake. It is half time at St Mary's. It is Southampton 1, Leicester City 3. I'll be right back, hopefully, with some guests and an update scoreline for you. But I am going for a quick break at half time. Stay tuned, and hopefully so on my stream. I will see you all in a second. No, I didn't mean to do that. Hi lads, I brought you back into the stream. 3-1. What a game it has been so far. I've been able to see it for the majority of it with everything that's been going on with my totally legitimate legal stream. But I've caught the goals. I have been able to see the goals either live or in replay. I mean, what a first half, guys. What a start as well. 22 seconds. I mean, guys, Neil, I'll start with you first and then ask Luke the same. But what a start. And old man Vardy, what's all that about?
My pizza just came out of the oven. And then next thing I know, we scored. Well, oh, geez, trying to eat it as I go. Yeah, but it was typical Jamie Vardy. I mean, Southampton looks poor defensively, but and then it was typical Jamie Vardy because his movement, his finishing, and I was like, that's what we've missed. That's what we've missed. And he's like, the old Jamie Vardy comes back and he's brilliant. So hopefully he could be on for a hat trick, but let's see.
Yeah, no, I would take it. I mean, the 9-0, well, live a charmed life, it has gone. But I'd take 9-1, wouldn't you, Luke, the way it's going at the moment?
Oh, mate, after last season, I'll take anything. This is all just a blessing to watch. It's awesome.
I know. I mean, as you know, I've been commentating on the game as best I can. I mean, the stream's been a bit up and down, and people are thank you guys for being patient with me. And I know it's a little bit of a delay, but I can't get it as live as you guys can. So I appreciate you. No spoilers in the comments. You've been fantastic. But Luke, I want to get your opinion with you here quickly. Whilst it's at half time, Steve says here, is it Christmas because everyone is gifting goals in this game? Like, we need to take Doyle off. He's having a bad game. I mean, it has been a bit of a case of error strewn. I mean, a heavy pass from Hamadson into Winks, nearly gifted a goal, was able to redeem himself. But you look at the goals that have been given in this game and how they've lost possession. Is it concerning? And do you agree with Steve on Doyle?
That goal that went in was definitely his fault. It looked like he turned around like a Mack truck. I thought it was Vestergaard at first. He was so slow. I was getting ready to roast Vestergaard, and then I realised it was Doyle, so I had to backtrack. But I don't know about taking him off just yet. Give him another 10, 15 minutes. But we were wrong. They put Justin on the right-hand side. Hey, I thought it was going to be...
I assumed the same as you, mate. Yeah. I did.
Yeah,
No,
I definitely thought we're going to have... we're still going to stick with the back three. It's pretty clear, though. So Ricardo's definitely going to be that inverted wing back. And he does track back if we lose possession. But for the most part, it's been really, really, really good. It's been a lot of defensive errors, actually, from both ends, to be fair, as well. It's not just been Southampton. It's been us as well. So...
Yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing that Ndidi goal back now. It was a lovely turn by him. I mean, I have to admit, yes, Southampton probably... I said on commentary that Southampton deserved something in that game in terms of at least a goal for the efforts they'd had. I mean, Hamadson made a fantastic save as well. But, hold on. Oh, no, it's just because my stream froze. It had a little readable, the Leicester name. I had my heart in my mouth. I thought someone had been sent off down the tunnel, but it's because it's just frozen on me. Don't do that to me. You're not allowed to do that to me. You have to keep working. Don't put me like that. But are we seeing something that Boris points out here, the woes of Southampton this season? 8 goals now they've conceded in what is only 1.5 games. There could be more to come. And the way they're defending at the moment, you wouldn't be surprised if there is more. I mean, Neil, we had a Southampton fan on our preview show on here, and he actually went Leicester to win 2-1. He's already wrong in that sense, but he's right in the fact that Leicester are winning. But Are you surprised that we're finding it so easy to carve Southampton open the way we have done? I know we've been susceptible ourselves at times, but we've managed to recover a lot of situations as well. Is it a surprise to you how easily we've got in behind them?
Yeah, they've just not been good enough. Going forward, they're great, but it's like defensively, I think this is the thing is people complain about Enzo and they're always they're not playing. They've got a problem with the formation. That's problems. That is genuinely problems. If I'm a Southampton fan, going if I'm a Leicester fan, I'm going. Let them pass it around the back, and we'll keep it in their final third, and we'll press because even when there's been some issues out of possession, but we looked a lot more secure. We look a lot more confident. And bearing in mind, I think Russell Martin actually joined before Enzo Maresca did. So we are looking, I think for me, we are looking the more self-sure side, but it's almost as if some Southampton is rubbing off onto us at times. We're like, right, we're just going to panic. It's like, just if we play our football how we want to play, I think we'll be totally fine. And I think both teams could have had more goals, but we've had the clear better opportunities and we could have been even more than 3-1 up, which is scary.
Yeah, we could have. I mean, I was sort of thinking just before, indeed, we did make it 3-1. I was starting to think to myself, as good as this is, we need to get that third goal. And lo and behold, the commentator's curse works both ways, I guess. We go and make it. But you're right. Indeed, he had another chance. Mavadidi maybe needs to go and work on them shooting drills because he had a few shots with a bit of power behind him, but not too much in the way of accuracy. Dead straight at the goalkeeper. Is that something that hurts you a little bit seeing that from him?
Who's that?
Neil, sorry, that's to Neil. Sorry, that was to you, Neil. It's because I've got a million things going on. Sorry.
It's all right. No, potentially, but I wouldn't. He's still. I won't say he's a young player. He should have passed the opportunity. But the thing is, if it goes in, then we're all going, oh, it's fantastic. Could he be a bit better? In my opinion, yes. However, for me, what I'm really impressed with is his link up with KDH down that left-hand side, especially in the second part of the second half, been really good. His little 1-2, at times he looks unplayable, but yeah, his finishing could be worked on. But he also knows that if he doesn't pull his finger out, we've got other players coming off the bench that could go in his position as well. So, you know what? I'm happy with him. I would have loved to get a goal, but it didn't quite work out in this one. I think his play's been good. I think his position's been good, but he just needs to work on that final ball and being probably more of a team player and less selfish, which at times, a couple of times he could have done more, but I'm being hypercritical. Overall, I think he's had a great game.
Yeah, he has. I mean, we are being a bit hypercritical, aren't we, a bit, Luke? You know, we are 3-1 up after all. And yes, we've maybe had chances to have put ourselves 3-1 up before. We could maybe be sitting here saying we could be 4-1 up. But are we getting a bit too greedy now? Because we did just lose the whole 1-0. You know, we should be happy and not with the style of play we've seen. And dare I say it, I made a reference to it during the game, but a little bit of a flashback. We actually sent a ball over the top long to try and get in behind Southampton for a good chance that they were able to get back. I mean, are we starting to slowly see what Enzo meant by have a bit of patience to Leicester fans, that we are able to not, you know, we're not just one-dimensional. We're not just calmly pass it round the back 50 passes and then finally work a shot on. I mean, not that it was difficult to do, but we've already had six or seven more chances on target than we did against Hull in terms of shots on target wise. Are we starting to see maybe now a more settled squad now that window's closed, had a couple of weeks to work on it? Are we seeing that pay off today? Tonight, should I say, what we've seen?
I think we're already seeing it, and as good as it looks tonight, I still think it's going to get better, and we're still going to get a lot more eventual consistency in the starting 11, even though we will be, like I said earlier, rotating it. But I don't think I don't understand the meltdown from some of the fans after the Hull loss. It wasn't even a bad one. Yeah, it might have been frustrating, but so what? We had 21 shots on goal. Like, we're having lucky to get one or two at certain points at the end of last season. We're also having dominating possession. I don't think we've had less than 63% in all of our games. Like, we're absolutely, considering we've got a new manager, a completely new team. It's like I said, yeah, just take it easy, everyone. Like, freaking out over nothing. It's like one loss. It's like, let's just have faith in Enzo, and I have all the faith in him.
Yeah, and so do I. And long may it continue, because this was the question, and this is a great response to me from what you've seen from Leicester. The question was, what are Leicester? How is Enzo going to be? As I've just seen that fantastic save from Madsen, and the one where he inadvertently probably put himself in danger. Anthony's optimistic of Southampton coming back in the second half. I would say, Anthony, and I do try and be as unbiased as I can. Obviously, we are Leicester fans here, so it's not easy to do. But I'd say if the second half goes anywhere near how the first half did, especially if Leicester tidy up their mistakes, I can only see one way, guys. I mean, Neil, I know you went 4-2. You look the most likely to get your prediction. Although Mike and Fi have gone both 3-1 and 4-1, so they're on for it. I mean, your 4-2's looking good, mate. I would take no more goals, though. Strangely enough, I don't know about you, and I'll get your reaction as well quickly, Luke, afterwards, because I see it. I feel like we're about a minute or so away from coming back to the game. But Neil, would you be happy now if Leicester kind of shut up shop? Kind of went, oh, dude, we got 2 goals. I can see the players coming back out now.
I think they're there to be got at. And the thing is, we haven't really got the defensive players to really shut up shop as of yet. Southampton are going to come at us. They're going to do the same thing, I think, in the second half as they did in the first. They go, we've got one style of play. We play this way. This is how we're going to do it. So with us, we need to go, right, we need to manage the game better. Enzo needs to have a word with Doyle and go, look, you're better than this. This is what you need to do. Be calm on the ball. Don't get too aware, because we can still do some great things. And I think it's more of just the mentality to go, look, relax, take your time, give him credit where it's due. Vestergaard's look great. Vestergaard in this game looks, even though they've had pressure coming at him, he's a good couple of tackles. He's not losing his head. He's kind of playing, considering that's his old team as well. I think he's looked pretty good. I think he's looked really good. JJ's looked all right. I think good in places. In Diddy,
I'm gonna have to just cut you off there, O'Neill. I do apologize. I love listening to you speak, but the second half has just started. Leicester have got things underway, guys. Neil, I know you do your post-match straight after, so thank you for coming on pre and at half time. Hopefully we can keep this going, but I'm gonna let you guys go so I can. You guys can go watch the match. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to ask you a quick question, Luke, but I'm sure you'd rather go and watch this at the game than talk to me, wouldn't you? Both of you.
100%, mate. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, see you guys soon. Thanks for your help today, lads. Appreciate it. So there we are, guys. We are back underway. I did see a couple of comments saying, Brad, I've got a few links for you to stream. I really do appreciate that. Unfortunately, I'm having a complete technology failure. My laptop that I was planning to use for the stream and use my phone, because my phone's way more reliable to do these things on my Xbox, it just won't work. I don't know if it's knackered out, but it just wouldn't load up the internet. It wouldn't load up StreamYard. So whilst I appreciate the links that some of you have sent, I really do, that'll have to be used for my next watch along here. And you don't want to see me in my big fat toy fingers while I just quickly bring this back up for you, in case you are wondering. And to the person in chat who says don't ruin a flight and mess it up, I would never do such a thing. I hope Leicester get the victory here, as thankfully, from what I can see of the game, is currently 3-1. There's not much going on, although a needless ball has just been kicked out by Madsen, as I see it there. Southampton have made a change. Number 20 came on for number 23. I didn't see the players' names. It was the English midfielder, I believe, for Southampton. And I think it was either Senegalese or Ghanaian. I didn't get a good glimpse of the flag there to tell you. But a couple of minutes in, Leicester City 3-1 to the good, and they will be looking to probably see out this first 10-15 minutes. It's commonly the most trickiest part of the game. Now, if you are new, cheers, Nat. I do appreciate it. Send them me through Twitter, and I'll have a look at them links and see if I can use them on my mobile or even on the console for next time. Might help me better. I do really appreciate it, mate. Neil did send me one as well, but it's just right now, unfortunately, with my laptop being what it is, I've just had to do this the way I can. So I do appreciate that some of you may be watching this game and going, Brad, you're talking about things that happened 30 seconds ago, a minute ago. This is the reason why. So I appreciate if you're just trying to listen to me for a little bit of excited commentary when I get surprised by a goal, like I have been during the first half. Just don't put anything in the stream. I shouldn't have to say it, but no spoilers, because this is all just for your entertainment to see me celebrate like a prat. As right now, there is a player down for Southampton, and I believe his name is Downs, and he's wearing number 4. I didn't do that intentionally, if that was a pun. Yeah, it's Downs. Flynn Downs is down for now for Southampton, so there's a bit of stoppage in play. So I will stay hydrated. Russell Martin gathering a few of his players together, having a few words with a couple of Southampton players. He's it looks like the Downs is not going to be able to continue. No, his number has come up. Number 4, Flynn Downs has had to come off. Russell Martin forced into his second change of the evening so far. He made one at half time, bringing on the number 20. But Flynn Downs is coming off. Carlos Alcaraz is coming on. He will be a danger for Leicester. Hi, Brad. What's this game been like, mate? I only just put it on as I've been busy this evening. I've been able to see the majority of it. It's been pretty end-to-end. I say Leicester have been pretty much controlling the attacking side of things in terms of chances created. I think they've had 7 or 8 chances to Southampton's 2. And rightfully we are on top. We had a ding-dong of exchanges in the midway point. But in that later on in that second half, last 15 minutes, it was all Leicester. And eventually, after a few mere misses, Leicester made it 3-1. So rightfully, the Foxes are winning 3-1. As Leicester do eventually get the play underway. Dewsbury Hall, bit weak there in the showing, and that is a needless shirt pull by Harry Winks, and he could be the 3rd player in the book for this evening. Cards already, yes, rightfully so. It's just silly. There's no need to do that. The defence was in front of him. Harry Winks probably frustrated that his teammate didn't get it, but there's no need. Why are you grabbing all the shirt right in front of the lines when it's a needless and silly yellow card? And Southampton, they have a free kick in a very, very dangerous position. And Harry Winks picks up his 3rd yellow card of the season. And it was a little bit further out than where the player fell and ended up landing. But it's still in a dangerous position. And Madsen just trying to see if he's got his wall perfectly lined up to how he wants. He's shouting some instructions, trying to tell the wall to get a bit tighter. He wants another body in there to make it 4. And a few Southampton players just discussing things around the ball, maybe something they've worked on that old training ground, as they would say. Yeah, definitely in discussions. Armstrong, the substitute, Alcaraz, it looks like he's over this. What a way to make an impact off the bench this could be for Southampton and get them right back in this game again into a fairly full St Mary's Stadium. It's a free kick. It's harmlessly wide and watched all the way by Hermansen there. It doesn't get quite enough curl on it. It's a decent power. No, never really troubling keeper, unfortunately, for Southampton fans. And we're 6 minutes in. It was Ronald. It was brainless. It was really silly. Right in front of the referee as well. And you know the yellow card's going to get spotted. I know there's no VAR in the Championship. Just as I say, something's needed. The substitute, Alcaraz, needlessly brings down Dewsbury Hall, who was just in his own half, just in front of the box. It's Doyle who laid it back to Hermansen. You've got to be careful with these yellow cards, because you just know in this division, referee might get excited to get a card on. That's this great ball over the top. It's just got a bit too much on it from, I believe it was Vestergaard, tried to play Dewsbury Hall in behind there, and discussed it at half time. If you missed it, that's something else I could tell you, Russ. Leicester are mixing it up. They're not just sideways passing, slow, patient build-up. They're not afraid to get the ball up forward quickly and in behind Southampton. It has paid dividends towards one of the goals, the third one, I believe. As Madsen here has it at the back. He's kicked it up towards halfway line. Jamie Vardy waiting for the loose ball, but the defender clears it well. It falls for Southampton play, but he knows he's offside, and Hermansen easily gathers that just at the edge of the box. He looks for an easy release and a rollout, but he doesn't get it. He's just dropped the ball at his feet. Friday night, there's a big gap of empty seats in the stadium. I cannot lie. Bit disappointing for Southampton. As Dewsbury Hall has it here on the left-hand side, and he gets taken down, but the referee is not having any of it. For me, Kieran Dewsbury Hall has been trying all evening to buy free kicks, and that one there, you saw Mavididi, who stayed on his feet initially in the build-up for the third goal for Leicester. Maybe Dewsbury Hall there needs to be trying to stay on his feet and run past the defender, because if he gets caught outside afterwards, it's going to be a penalty. He was on the edge of the box. So Leicester have it now. Again, if you are just joining live, I am trying to stream this, and I am having a few issues with the stream as it is. So I have to keep stopping and starting the stream. So I try and make up for it with some diverse conversation and catch up with you guys in the comments. But if you think I'm a little bit behind, that explains why. 54 minutes gone here at St Mary's, and Leicester have it here. But there's a hefty touch by McAteer. Goal scorer tonight, McAteer. Added to Jamie Vardy's goal. A whopping 22 seconds it took for the GOAT, Jamie Vardy, to put Leicester 1 goal to the good. Jared says, hey, bud, I got cut off. How we doing? Southampton have been forced into a change. They made a change at half time. They've been forced into a change due to an injury to Slim Downs. So it's been a bit stop-starty, a little bit of niggly tackles going in. So it's been a bit nitty-gritty. Certainly not off to the electric pace that the first half was under. But that suits me. It's 3-1. Foxes are winning 3-1 to the good. In their Premier League, what was that? In their Premier League Cup opener, Leicester City under-21s lost 4-3 to Burnley. I can't see the rest of the comment because another comment came up, and Marcel, Richards and Thomas scoring for the Foxes. Well, at least we're seeing some of the fringe first team players getting in there. Southampton tried to come down attacking on the left hand side, but it's dealt with Leicester, and it's recycled all the way back to the goalkeeper Madsen, who plays it out to Dewsbury Hall, but he's getting dispossessed here, and he's shoved over. Surely, referee, but the referee sees nothing wrong with it. Very strange decision making. Here. As Southampton are coming, I'll get to your question in a second for you, Nate. As Southampton have it on the left, trying to get past Justin. Indeed, he's offering support, but he's managed to muscle his way past. Oh, and Vestergaard was nearly a villain for Leicester and a hero. Southampton, a skewed clearance. Goes out for a corner. I think we've got about 10 minutes for substitutions. I think you're 2 goals up, and the longer it stays, same here, mate. Jay, he made me happy by saying the longer it goes 3-1, I think the longer you wait for substitutions, because if you make substitutions in an attacking sense now, you maybe want to protect some of these players that are on a yellow card to make sure they don't get a second yellow and aren't available for Norwich. But I would say about 65 minutes, you maybe take Winks or someone like that to avoid them getting a second yellow. And maybe Vardy comes off after 70 minutes. That's where I would say, as long as it's 3-1, you don't really need to change it. You want to drain the energy out of Southampton, keep the 2-goal cushion. And as I say that, 57 minutes on the clock. Wilfred Ndidi is taken off after a wonderful goal. A tireless effort by Ndidi, a fantastic first half. Very much deserved his goal. Great play, have to say, by Mavididi, who stayed on and managed to scramble back up to his feet and keep the ball and play it into Ndidi. And it is the Italian merchant, Cesare Casadei, is on for Leicester. So, just as you asked me that question, Nate, if Daka comes on, it raises the eyebrow as to whether he's ever going to play again. He didn't look too cheerful on the bench, I must say. I feel like Tom Cannon, Iheanacho and Vardy are ahead of him in that pecking order. But if it happens, it happens. I mean, for 3-1 up with 10 minutes to go, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's a dangerous cross comes in. It's cleared. Mavididi completes the clearance to the edge of the box, but it's hooped back in and it's played out to left. He thought about hitting the first time, but Justin got in front of it and he didn't really know what to do with it. He played the ball into open area and Leicester were able to clear. But Southampton do have it back more on the halfway line. They've been forced back into the half, into their own half on the left-hand side. Jay, you say Nacho beforehand. I was happy with that, and you've got my substitution prediction. So I'm all up to go in the comments, and so far, so good. I'm going to take a sip of water as a long goal kick finds Soleimani on the left because I heard his name. I'm not just using this for show. I hear things. I can tell you like I know what I'm seeing. But it's played into the middle by Southampton. Back to being professional, Brad. It's on the edge of the box. It's a shot. It's a stinging shot by Che Adams, former Birmingham player. Was linked with Leicester in the time. He's looking to make Leicester regret not paying him. Personally, I'm glad he stayed at Southampton and joined us at any point. Straight at Hermadson. And we're just coming up to the hour mark. So my predictions my predictions will keep going out the window no matter what I'm trying to predict because said 65, 70 minutes of the first sub, and Ndidi was replaced a couple of minutes ago for Cassidy, who has got to do some defending work in here. He's looking at the run of Arctis in the middle, but he's getting tighter now to the man on the ball. It's still out on the left. It's put into the penalty area. It's headed across ball. It's headed across the box. Oh, my Gordon Bennett. That is awful. Armstrong was very strong with his connection. It was high, wide, and it was not at all Hampson. He had all the time in the world. He chested it down. He was at the left-hand side of the 6-yard box after Doyle's awful header played it into his path almost, and he just got right underneath it and shanked it. Thankfully for Leicester. Chris is at the game, mate. That's why you've got my lovely or ugly mug. Depends how you go about it. But yeah, I thank you. I really appreciate your support on that one. I think that shot attempted landed in my backyard. Well, we just had a window smash, so it might have even found its way to Manchester. I don't know what direction he kicked it in. As Leicester trying to go forward here. A ball through. Playing for Mavididi. Well, what a goalkeeper! Oh, Mavididi just wide of the right-hand side of the post. And within seconds of Southampton, who should have made it 3-2, Mavididi should have signed, sealed and delivered the 3 points for Leicester. Jamie Vardy is absolutely giving him daggers. He was waiting for the pass to come across. It was a lovely ball by Dewsbury Hall. He breaks the line and he gives it Vardy. He's got an open goal, but Mavididi's think just wide. He should have passed it for the tap and Nate. I agree, but boy, he sees that, and you've just been stared at by Jamie Vardy like he's just stared at him there. He's saying, all right, calm down, but I'm not happy with you. I think next time, if he gets another chance to do that, he may just pass it. I don't know. Maybe he will pass it. No idea, mate. I mean, to be fair, he did everything right, just he didn't get the accuracy with the lob. If he dinks it over and it rolls into the net, I'm sure Vardy's forgetting about it and celebrates it. It wasn't to be. Let's hope that doesn't come and bite Leicester on the backside here as Southampton cautiously have it, but Leicester have bodies behind. In fact, they have everybody back in their own half, even Vardy, who are now starting to slowly push and squeeze Southampton, but they've managed to find a way back to the edge of the box on this left-hand side as they're attacking it. And it's another dangerous ball, but that man, Chris's love child, Yannick Vestergaard, heads it out of danger. He's starting to rub off on me, and I don't like that. Possibly, I think McAteer, who had a great goal, by the way, he's added to his tally for the season. He scored the second goal of the game. He's been a little bit quiet this half, but maybe say that Leicester need to be springing the trap more than going gun-ho for it. After all, they are winning this game 3-1. It's about going as long as possible, hopefully to the end of this game, keeping their lead by 2 goals as it is. We are about 62.5 minutes into the game here, live from Brad and his housemate's front room, because I'm not at St Mary's, but we are live. please do not swear. Southampton have a chance. He's cutting inside here. He's kept hold of the ball. He's played it out wide to the number 20, looking to get the cross, and it's a great block by James Justin, who is out on the right-hand side. A great shot, straight down the keeper's throat, though. 20 yards out, straight at Madsen. That is bed and breakfast for Madsen. But again, great work here. And I'm watching it back in Mavadidis. He knows if he gets it right, Vardy knows he's not going to have go at him. But you're just thinking, take the fourth, nail it, get it done. But I expected to see a bit more aggression from Southampton. So it really is credit to Leicester. Commentator's curse. Ricardo loses the ball in his own half. It's a shot. Great save by Hamadson there in the box. It was a great shot. Dewsbury Hall tried to get a block in, went down. It was slightly to his I'm trying to think what's his right hand side. He had to make the save. It was fairly comfortable from great reaction. So, but this is why Leicester are hoping to get a goal. It has been a bit mistake gifted this game from both sides. Don't know why Ricardo was hanging on to the ball there. It didn't cost Leicester in the end. It was a great shot, great covering track by I believe that's Doyle. Maybe putting off a little bit. Great save by Hamadson. It is still 3-1, and nothing came of the build-up play. Fourth would definitely make definite win for me. Yeah, I agree, and I think there is a chance that we may actually need that fourth goal to see that off. 3-1 is still a decent scoreline, but this is. I feel like now potentially here my stream has gone. Yeah, it has. My stream's gone a few seconds behind. So do bear with me, folks. Again, if something else happened, let me catch up with it first before you put anything. Possession has been 50% Leicester, 8% for Southampton, and it's been 42% in the middle of the park. So while Southampton had the ball in the areas, it's probably actually been Leicester players that have had the ball in these. Probably not tonight, Nate, because I don't think I've got anybody to be able to join me for the post match because Chris is away and Neil is obviously he does his there. I might do a little bit of ratings just for you at the end myself, but the post match that we do normally, because it's a Friday night game and it'll be the same for any midweek game that's on at this time. It won't be an in-depth one. It won't be too in-depth. Obviously, more times than not, we're going to have the lovely Chris here to do so. But tonight, I might do. It is a good. If the result goes well, I might do. Otherwise, I'll cry. As Southampton are going into the box here on the left-hand side, challenge tried to be made, but they've won a corner. It's forced out well in the end by Justin. For those of you who are wondering, Justin and I believe it is Doyle who is Justin and Ricardo. Justin's on the right, Ricardo's on the left. It's an interesting choice there as Southampton have walked corner. 66 minutes gone at St Mary's Stadium. Leicester still winning by 3-1. The corner is played short here. It's at the edge of the box now. He's trying to work a way to get a cross in. This either Southampton player. He turns left, he turns right, but he's well marshalled, and that's well cut out by Mavadidi. Oh, that's lovely skill. And he's through a goal here. He's got two people with him, either side of him. Will he lay it off? He doesn't. This time, Mavadidi makes the mistake as Mavadidi shows his magic. Mavadidi's goal. It's Leicester City 4, Southampton 1. You make a mistake once, shame on him. Make a mistake twice, shame on Southampton. Southampton are getting schooled again by Leicester on a Friday night. Mavadidi backed his own convictions, and this time he was right to go it alone. It was all the work by the substitute, actually, the number 20, who plays a needless pass into him. And he must have ran 70 yards, Mavadidi. Electric pace. Only Leicester players could get near him. And in the end, it didn't matter that he got near him. He calmly sent it into the bottom left-hand corner. And that is Leicester City. As you say there, we are top of the league. I'm doing it in emphatic style. There's the sign seal delivered. The 3 points are ours. Hopefully so. I can't see it going wrong here. Mavididi magic. It is Southampton 1, Leicester City 4. And I am going to see if I can just... Oh, what a goal. What a goal. That was beautiful. You know, and Jamie Vardy, a lovely little smile. I knew you wouldn't miss it this time, mate. You've got to love it. What an emphatic victory this is turning into. Cheerio to the Southampton fans. That's St Mary's. St Mary's Stadium has gone from about 3/4 full to half full in the space of 4 minutes. With the extra, with the killer goal there, as Leicester, as you can see on the screen, just in case you aren't aware, are 4 goals to 1 to the good against Southampton. And if this is a sign to see of which one of these two has got the bottle to go on and get out the Championship and back to the Premiership, it is certainly looking like Leicester City. Southampton have made a third change, all but throwing in the towel here. Stuart Armstrong, not Adam. Adam is already on the pitch. Stuart Armstrong is on for Ryan Fraser. But Leicester could put on the tea lady right now. It is Leicester City. And hearing this right, it's Southampton 1, Leicester City 4. And ironically, in 2 games, that means Southampton have conceded 9 goals. Unfortunately, not 9 in one night, but they have conceded 9 goals in, well, still time for more goals. They could make that double figures by the end of the night, the way Leicester are going. As we are coming up to about the last 20 minutes of the game. Guys, you may be watching it along. You may be relying on my commentary for it. But so far, 20 minutes to go. Who's your early sign for man of the match? As just watching back the McAteer goal, lovely play. So far for me, Mavrididi's won well. I think Vestergaard's had a good game. We've had 4 different goal scorers. It's not like anybody's owning it on terms of scoring 3 or 4 goals. I've got to say Mavrididi. I know he missed that chance earlier on, but he's shown the confidence. And as that's, you know, he's shown the confidence to go at it again. He's not feared the opportunity. He's not letting it get to him. And Fatawu has come on for McAteer, as I say that. His name's Mavrididi. He scored. I'm just gonna leave that up for you to sing. That's great. I love that, Jay. Yeah, it's spur of the moment. What I said, but I love that if that is his song for him. Oh, hi Fiona. Sorry, I do apologise for not knowing which your name was. Lovely to know now, Fiona. Hi, welcome there. And obviously, it must have been he who asked that. Thank you for clarifying that, and it's a pleasure to have you here, Fiona. What a watch along to join me on. What a way for me to make me debut on commentary for watch along, filling for Chris. I'm glad I said yes now. As Mavrididi, just to say that, there's still 20 minutes to go, but he is currently the guy I'm eyeing for my man of match performance. I know we missed that chance, but he's been brilliant. I mean, the second half, it doesn't show the picture of it. Southampton apparently have had 6 shots to Leicester's 2. We've had 1, scored it. Southampton have had 3, scored none. We've only had 2 touches in the opponent's half. They're both Mavrididi and Southampton in possession. But honestly, this is why I don't like stats, because Leicester have been in complete control of this game, because they've restricted Southampton to blasting 4 million light years over the bar. I mean, it's still travelling around the moon. And long-range efforts, they haven't really, in the second half, got at Leicester to attack them. So this is what I mean, folks. Stats do not live up to it. Cheers, Jay. I really do appreciate it. I'm really, really glad to hear. And they're just bringing up that Southampton, I mean, they've got a tough run of fixtures. I mean, you've just conceded 4 at home, 9 in 2 games so far. And they've got Ipswich next. Oh, in the midweek at home. I wonder how many are going to be turning up to that the way they've been doing. Agree with you, Mavrididi's been a fantastic signing. No, I appreciate that, Russ. From what you've heard of it, though, what do you think? From my lovely commentary, how do you think the man of the match has been Give a second half man of the match, if you will. Then, it's your second watch along here. Well, you've seen the hostess with the mostess, and you've probably seen one where our lovely Chris is doing it. Who, if you're wondering why he's not doing this watch along for you, is he's actually at the game, so he's going to be smiling like a Cheshire cat. As Fatu, actually, he's only been on the pitch about 4 minutes, and he's received a yellow card for coming together because one of the Southampton players was also booked. Southampton, Fiona, I hope you've enjoyed both watch-alongs. I hope this red lobstered face, blushing cheeks from my cheering isn't putting you off coming back for a third watch-along. You're clearly good luck, unless you're here for the whole one. Then you're still lucky anyway in my eyes, even if you were here for the whole one. But yeah. Jay, you're saying person Madidi is quality from the commentary. Yeah, he's going to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, and sometimes he's going to frustrate you. But what we have seen today, Southampton have really allowed us today to showcase what he's capable of. I mean, he picked the ball up, Jay. No joke, it must have been. If it was a free kick the other way, it'd have been 25 yards out from his own goal. And he's just, I mean, Southampton have overcommitted bodies forward to try and get the goal back, and it's just all it's seen is Mavididi have the freedom of St Mary's to stroll through and just lash home the goal. It was fantastic running. He's a quality player, and I know we've got some fantastic players on loan and permanently here. I am already very thankful he is here on loan. As Leicester have a chance to break away, but then my stream reverts back in time. You want Back to the Future and a football match, you get it all with me here, I tell you that one. So it's gone back to 73 minutes now on my clock. Southampton just have it at the back here, and the sting's really been taken out of this game. Southampton look like they just want to see it end, really. 4-1's enough for them. But here they are now at the edge of the box, and magic feet from Mavididi again, as he plays it out to Dewsbury Hall. He has it out on the left. He does a few fancy step overs and a lovely 1-2 with him and Ricardo. Ricardo showing him the option back. Great news, Hull have equalised against Coventry, so that's 1-1. Yes, he is Mavididi. People saying hi. You're on 75. I've just got there myself now, mate. It's just cut 75 and 25 seconds. Mavididi for me is the man of the match, and I'm just watching this. A breakaway for Leicester in there. He just corrected, make it. Oh wow! Well, Enzo Maresca has been booked. Obviously not happy about something, was our fiery Italian. He's been booked there from a referee that's been a bit card happy in the second half. He's brandished a few yellow cards. This is probably one of them games where the Southampton ball boys are being told to pelt the ball back into play, because the Southampton fans and probably the team are not wanting too many minutes stoppage time at the end of this one. We are 14 minutes or so away from the final whistle. Leicester comfortably in control. Here it is Leicester City 4-1 to the good. And this is a strong statement of intent for those that maybe question what would happen to Leicester when they suffered a defeat. Well, they are answering back in style here at St Mary's. Would you say he's more to his game, Mavididi, than what Barnes did? I think so. However, I wonder if maybe the way Enzo Maresca has his team playing, as his his defensive work. He's just won a free kick, pretty much on the left hand side of his own box. He's run all the way back to try and win the ball back. He's shielding it off Che Adams, who's going off. Joe Aribo, not Haribo. Aribo is coming on. Southampton have used 4 of the 5 substitutes available there. He's just won a frustrated free kick because he shielded the ball well. So to answer your question, defensively, he probably would always be better than Barnes because Barnes wasn't the greatest defensive tracking back. But going forward, I do wonder if Enzo could have unlocked that with Barnes and maybe got that out. And obviously, we'll never know because he's at Newcastle. But from what I've seen him play in Leicestershire, it's hard to say that he's not a better player than what we're seeing, than what we got from Barnes. Poor Jeff, no, you don't look a day over 73, mate. You're not 75, how about you? Yeah, Enzo Maresca's Blue Army, LCFC, great, very true here. And this there's a very angry Southampton fan, I want to say. Yes, he is actually sat in the seats. He's telling the players to use their head. It's a bit late for that now as we're into the last 12 minutes, coming up to that 18-minute mark. And I'll be honest with you, I'm very happy with it. I'd have been happy with us doing this at 3-1, especially now we're closing in on the end of the game here. But 4-1, and when I say sometimes you win a game and sometimes it's not even a match, it's a training exercise. I mean, it feels like that, and the crowds are still dwindling out as Fatu is brought down on the edge, but it's not a free kick here, and Southampton have a chance to make it a potentially nervy 11 minutes here. There's a break as he passes it out to the wide. It's a cross. Oh, brilliant by Hermansen. Hermansen positioned himself well. He trusted Doyle to get across. Then Vestergaard was at the edge of the 6-yard box in need be. He knew what he was doing. He only had one option, was to drill it across the box. Great position by Hermansen. He puts it out for her Southampton corner. Just over 10 minutes to go. How do we beat smaller teams 2-1? It's all about clicking. It's all about clicking here. I will say today, all the talk of be patient, you're going to see different things. It's going to take a bit of time as the ball comes to the box, but it's headed out superbly, I believe, by Doyle there, who's had a much sturdier and better second half. Granted, he hasn't been tested as much. I think we're seeing what Enzo always wanted his team to do. It's taken, 5 game weeks. It's taken 3 or 4 weeks, preparation on the pitch. It's taken a couple of weeks international break. It's taken a lot to get us there, but we might just be seeing a glimpse of what they're able to do. Because I will tell you this now, as we reach the 80-minute mark, this has not been the same mirror me this, mirror me that performance that we got with the 2-1 wins and whatnot. Won the games 2-1 against Cardiff and 1-0 against Huddersfield and the likes of that. We've not been afraid to throw the ball forward long. We've not been afraid to try and counter-attack. In fact, 2 of the 3 goals, I would say, tonight have come from counter-attacks. Definitely more possession of Bell End. I wish I could play the bottom, but doing a watch-along, it's not easy for me to do that and concentrate on. But we've just been a little bit smarter. As I say that, we give the ball away in a dangerous position. It's at the middle of the edge of the box, about 30, 35 yards out here. It's drifting out to the wide. It's fed into the middle of number 7. He's laid it off to Alcaraz, who looks to shoot, but very well shielded by Winks, who forces them out to left. Cassidy and Fatawu trying to squeeze them out. And again, brilliant work. There's 7 or 8 bodies in and around the ball and potential danger areas at that point, and it just harmlessly goes through to Hermansen. And Ricardo now has it on the left. He's brought it all the way out to the halfway line. He hasn't Mavropanos an option, but he chooses to go back to Vestergaard. Doyle, who uses his strength to hold up the ball, and eventually between Ricardo and Dewsbury Hall, it's recycled over to the right with Justin, who goes back to Vestergaard, who looks at his options in front. He uses Justin, who sends it up down the line. The ball just staying in play, forcing the Southampton player to hit the ball hard and true. But in the end, it's bounced back to the Southampton defence, who again pushed the ball over halfway. And this game really is petered out. And this is credit to Leicester. The way they're caught, they're sort of almost zonal marking in live play, not from a set piece or anything. They're just marking areas, they're being patient, they're waiting, and then they're waiting for Southampton to make that mistake, and so they can spring the trap. And it looks like there was a substitution here. Yes, it is. 21 seconds, the goal's been awarded at. And Mavididi assist technically with his cutback, set Leicester on the way to what looks to be an emphatic victory. Four goals one. He has come off. He has given the armband. It looks like to Ricardo. He's just shaking his hand there. It's Jamie Vardy coming off Iheanacho, Harry Winks coming off for Hamza Chowdhury, and Dewsbury all coming off for Atgun. So we could see a little bit of change in shape and formation. Obviously, Atgun, the winger, coming on. Chowdhury looks like he's coming off for Wink to hold and anchor that role. And Iheanacho, my favourite man. You know what? I said 4-1 would be nice. If Iheanacho's going to score, okay, I guess I'll take 5-1. But a couple of minutes of stoppage there, but we're back underway now, it seems. 83 and a half, just coming to 84th minute, about 6 minutes left. I'd imagine that that there is going to be about 3 or 4 minutes added on for the substitutions itself. Not much stoppage in play. It's not like Southampton time wasting, although they might want to get some ball boys in the crowd because there's more empty seats than there is Southampton fans in there, I can assure you that. And somewhere in that mist of away section that I've just caught a glimpse of is Chris enjoying this, probably wishing he could do a post-match as well as be there, but can't have it all your own way, can you? As Leicester just casually keeping hold of the ball in midfield, and here comes Mavididi again, driving on it, options left, options right, he's getting crowded out, the ball does bounce. Sorry, it wasn't Mavididi, it was Fatu. Sorry, Mavididi received the ball on the left from Fatu, sticking the foot out and getting a pass in. Chowdhury has nodded the ball down to Ricardo. Leicester are recycling now. Doyle spreads the ball to Justin. It's good to see him making a full 80-odd minute appearance here. I think Leicester may have one sub left or used them all. I'm not entirely sure. I know they took Ndidi off earlier. I believe they've made 4. Someone correct me if they have used all the subs. Yeah, they have. Cassidy. No, Cassidy came on for Ndidi. Sure, Brad. As Ricardo passes it into Ndidi, he pushes it into Iheanacho, but his control lets him down. But Atgun's chasing the loose ball and he's put a bit of pressure, but Southampton get it into the midfield as time just whittles away. And, you know, credit to Southampton, they're still charging at Leicester. They're still trying to get up to Leicester and get a goal back in there. Atgun there, dispossessed, but Castell and Fatu were earlier. So they have made all 5 subs. I was right in my head. I just couldn't think who it was. So, yeah, it's gone a bit quiet and dead since it went to 4-1, but I'm not going to complain. It's a big, big victory for Leicester. Southampton not really struggled to create much in the way of any danger for Leicester. They've had a few efforts. The majority of them have been straight at Hermansen. And yeah, and I'm loving the intensity I'm seeing. Justin there just really showing his intent, like stay focused, push up, keep on them. You know, it might be 4-1, but Leicester, and obviously this is something integrated in them from there. He might have a Southampton shirt on. It might be ketchup he spilt down it. I don't know if he has a disguise on or not, mate. But yeah, I'm loving the intent from Leicester. I mean, 4-1 away from home, you know, you'd kind of not begrudge them, I suppose, really, shutting up shop and seeing it out. I mean, Southampton are completely dead. They're completely gone. Now, if the game wasn't lost at 3-1, it was as soon as Mavididi made it 4-1. Yeah, it's just been nice, hasn't it? After what happened against Hull and everybody had the meltdowns, it's really nice to come back to not just a win, but a win, a comfortable win, but a win against a team that many consider a side that should be up there come the end of the season. And it's a fantastic win. Boys, Fatu. I mean, if we thought Mavinidi's quick, the reason I confused them both is because he's just as quick. He got a sprint on down the right, but no real options in front of him. He had to hold the ball up, but he did it well. And between Ricardo and Chowdhury and a few others, Castellano has the ball, tries a few step overs, but he's dispossessed when he was looking to make the space. But Atgun nearly got on the end of of a Southampton breakaway there. They tried to break away, but it was cut out. And Atgun nearly got on the end of it. This ball just overhit there. I'll be at Paddy Power tomorrow to pick up my winnings. I'm sure you will, mate. Southampton have now conceded in 6 games. Yeah, and they've conceded 9 in 2, Nate. That's the shocking thing. It's like they almost prepared to say at some point they conceded 9 goals thanks to the help of Leicester. And in a sense, but they might get 2 here. Shot straight at Justin. Cries of handball. It was hit with venomous power. I think even if it has hit the arm, he's got his arms by his side and it was hit with some venom. I think it was all in vain, really. I think Southampton fans are just wanting small mercies at this time. 16 goals, you say, Nate. I was going to say 16 goals they've conceded. So where they might not have trouble scoring goals, they certainly do have trouble in keeping them out. And that's paid dividends for Leicester here. It'd be interesting to see that Justin incident again, but for me, if it was Leicester screaming for it, I'd probably be saying the same. If I'm honest, I try and be as unbiased as I can when it's something like that. And if I don't think it's a penalty for us, I can't see why they would get it. Sorry, should I say if I wouldn't want a penalty for us, then I don't see it as a penalty. And Southampton have made an absolute mockery of themselves. They've allowed Leicester an absolute training ground session. You know what? Enzo might want their players in training tomorrow so they can actually pretend they've played a match tonight, because apart from that 5-10 minute spell in the first half, it has been pretty much cruise control for Leicester. Definitely one-way traffic in terms of glaring chances, and clinically finished by Leicester, may I add, obviously with the scoreline reflecting that. I mean, I'm probably not so much looking forward to that as I'm already taking it off this performance. Yes, obviously, as I'm looking for Chris. They've gone to Leicester fans. Oh, some guy's got his shirt off. Oh no, it's not Chris. It's just some normal fan. I was just thinking maybe it was Chris with his belly, but he probably never get the shirt off, would he? He's going to hate me. He's going to hate. Don't grass me up, you lot. I never said anything bad about him. No, I probably more. Well, I'd like to think that Norwich will give us more of a challenge than Southampton had, and that's surprising. It's going to be another tough away day, but you go into the performance 6 minutes added on here, and second time I'm asking, the content saying now it's finished. Mavididi, I'm looking for Chris in the celebrations that you can see there. I am really looking for it, guys, just so I could say spot the co-host, but unfortunately he's probably gone to the toilet at the wrong time, knowing Chris. You know what he's like. But we are a minute into 6 minutes added on, barring an absolute showstorm from Southampton and an implosion from Leicester. 3 points very much in the bag for the Foxes. And it has been that. I mean, the goal wasn't even necessary. It was a delight to see, but it wasn't really necessary. Southampton have not. For the home team, they must have thought it was a away match, because they've just not turned up. As Atgun is deemed to have given away a foul. I didn't see much there in the way of contact. I mean, Steffi Mavididi, first in goals, joint first. He's got 1 assist. He's joint first in. He's first in shots with 5. He's first in shots on target with 3. His touches the opponent's box is 8. He is first on all of them. Top of the pops. There's 4 minutes to go. I said it earlier. I stand by it. Man of the match for me, Mavididi. Taters is in. Hi, Paul Stevenson. Hope you're well, mate. Taters. You just said taters. You love your taters. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, 4 minutes go to injury time. I can't see any more goals coming in. Southampton have lost all their will and fight to go for it. It just feels like it's very much going through the motions here. But I haven't seen an official man of the match. I assume the way they put up the stats that they're a tad selfish occasionally. Who are you talking about there, Boris? Mavididi? Possibly, but he has a right to be when he's playing like that. Of course, when he's not doing so well, we're going to rightly berate him. But Enzo won't stand for that either, so he won't get away with being selfish and losing the ball. But today, he deserves to be a little bit selfish. He's warranted the goal, and just as it thought it couldn't get worse for Southampton, their player doesn't get a free kick and then goes and handles the ball. Very, very strange. About 3 minutes left in the half. Russell Martin has looked like his team for most of the match. A defeated man. Later's great. Thanks for joining us. I'm sure you're going to enjoy having a few celebratory drinks to celebrate this big win for Leicester. Fantastic performance all round. For those of you that are looking for it to be pillar to post like that is a compliment if ever I've heard one. Brad, from what I've heard, mate, you're better than the co-commentator on Sky Sports. I notice how I'm not as good as the main commentator on Sky Sports, but I will take it. I will take being as good as the co-commentator on Sky Sports. Thank you very much for that, Russell. Your praise is very much appreciated. I just try and do the best for you. It's been a bit of a frustrating day for me. Every bit of technology has gone against me. Luckily, in the second half, it's been a bit smoother for me to be able to commentate on the game for you, and it's been a pleasure. Obviously, I'm going to retire from commentating now. 100% record, 1 game commentated on, 1 win for Leicester. Why jinx a good thing, right? I'm sure you won't want me back. I'm sure you won't be messaging Chris saying, Chris, get Brad on the Watchalong, he's brilliant. I'm sure you won't do that to him. Leicester might get a 5th here. They're breaking away here. Fatu was playing into United ball control. Oh, Ian Nance! He tried to lift it over the goalkeeper and he's put it over the bar. I said it was going to be a 5th goal. I wanted Ian Nacho to get it. But he hasn't managed it. He blazed it over. Keeper closed his angles down well, to be fair to him. But it was it denied Fato the assist. It's just the wrong thing he's tried to do. Enzo's pointed, put it in the bottom right corner, but he tried to go over him. Oh, I wanted to play the Nacho button. Oh, but Mavididi, Southampton could still concede it. Oh, over the ball behind the bar, and that probably might see out the play. Fiona, you predicted 4-1. You was correct, and I've got your predictions written down right here. So yes, I don't know if you'll see that. Where's it? There she goes. Look, B predicted. Fiona, sorry, she did predict 4-1. She is spot on with 30 seconds to go. Thank you, Paul, for saying great commentary. I really do appreciate it, mate. I'm glad you've all enjoyed it. Comment. Wouldn't mind sending Chris to every game if it's 9-0 or 4-1s. Yeah, maybe should we just get him if we all get a GoFundMe page together, right? We'll get him one of them tickets so we can get home and away, and then we just don't have to worry about him. We'll win every game, and you get this brilliant commentary as Chowdhury. Oh, there could be a late card here. And he's off. There is a red card. A pointless red card in 96 minutes. It's a horror tackle by the substitute. I believe it is the number 20. Has been sent off for a horror tackle of Ricardo, I believe it is. I can't quite see if it is Dan. I think it is. No, is it Justin? I'll just go through your comments there. Vescard didn't put a foot wrong. Vesco didn't put for wrong tonight. Shame on Belen for freezing him out. Yeah, well, maybe if he played him and played to his strengths, that'd be great. I don't know what you're arguing about, Russell Martin. It was a late challenge, it's a red card. And as the commentators would usually say, the night has gone from bad to worse. I believe it is a straight red card. It was the substitute of number 20 that was sent off. His Ghanaian teammate, Fatu, has gone over and shaken his hand. Typically 96.5, but it was Justin who went down. The tackle by Chowdhury wins the ball cleanly. Justin, and then he just careers into him. It's not necessary at all. He hasn't. I mean, for me, it is a red card. Maybe I'm being harsh. Yeah, JJ down. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up to all your comments because it's hard to work on my phone. Oh, you just saw my ugly mug and palm there. And I think that's it. So it's gone from bad to worse for Southampton. It has, I believe, finished 4-1. I'm just going to reload my screen because it did cut out there. Yeah, there goes the full-time whistle, folks. There it is. Leicester City winning comfortably by 4-1 in the end. It was a very nice and easy on a wet, slightly wet, maybe more breezy Friday night. And the misery compiler for Southampton going down to 10 men there recklessly at the end. We have who have we got? We have got Leicester from down under. We've got my main man Luke, mate. Wow. I think I said this on the watch along, mate. I think Enzo might have the players in for training tomorrow, not because they did anything wrong, but because they might actually get a bit of a workout. Because Southampton made that into a training exercise, didn't they?
Oh, that was very close to becoming another demolition. That was awesome. That was some match. Chris must be stoked.
Oh, I bet he is, mate. Oh, I bet he's smiling here from here. I mean, people in the comments were saying maybe we should just send Chris to all the games so they're going to keep winning 9-0 and 4-1 like he's made. I mean, bit of a sour note there. Thankfully, like Nate says here, JJ walks away from that one. The red card, I can never fathom, right, why a player would do that. You're 4-1 down. You're in the last seconds. It's not like you're 4-1 down and there's still 20 minutes to go or something daft like that. You're in literally the last kick of the game. Why has he gone in like that? And why has he just added more pain and misery to what I would say a St Mary's crowd? But I think there's more people at the park across the road from me than there was in the stadium of home supporters at the end. Stupid, reckless, and I guess we're also very thankful that JJ didn't get an injury setback from it.
I know, mate. Whenever someone's had a knee reconstruction or any ACL injury, I get scared when tackles like that come in. That was a total brain fart. Stupid, and now he's going to miss his next game. So,
yeah. Well, I think if that's straight red, he's missing 3, isn't he? Which is not what you want from a Southampton point of view, but we'll take it, won't we? It wasn't raining on our parade. What a second half! A bit of a comfort, wasn't it?
Mate, that was brutal. Like, I got to say, that was Vestergaard's best game I've ever seen him play in a Leicester shirt. I'm usually his biggest critic, but he actually had a cracking game tonight. I don't know what you all thought and what you thought yourself, but I thought he played really well tonight.
You know what? I was impressed with him. I really was impressed with him. I think he was better than Doyle, who didn't have his best game. Although he improved in the second half, probably because he didn't have too much to do in terms of defending wise because they were going on. But I think he was really good. I think I want to be critical and say that Doyle didn't have his best game, and he was probably one you could look at. But I mean, there was a few contenders for man of the match, but I mean, for all the little mistakes that maybe we made in that first half, what a way to control that half. Because were you surprised by Southampton's lack of intent? It felt like to come at us in that second half, because I was expecting all the aggression to come from them. But if anything, Leicester were more aggressive in the second half than Southampton. So I'm trying to write and get my words out.
No, you're right, mate. I can't multitask either. It's all good. No, I was not surprised because I honestly thought that goal that Southampton scored, I thought that was just from an error from Doyle, and I never felt threatened in that game. And to be honest with you, even though we lost the Hull, like I never felt threatened. Even though we lost that game, like I still felt like we were in control the entire time. But it wasn't a tippy-tappy, annoying control from the back high possession that you would see under Rodgers. It's you can see what Enzo's trying to do, and it's getting better every game. I'm getting seriously hyped for next season.
I mean,
I think we're going straight back up. I don't care what anyone says. I'll say it here now early. that's another Premier League side that we've just played. Don't forget, like this
Yeah.
isn't like a lower end. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry to cut you off there. You're very right. It was, wasn't it? It was. It was a two former Premier League sides, and I said it throughout the watch along. It was a game where two favourites to get back to the Premier League, and I'm not arguing with anybody in these comments. I'm completely believing. Best got a great game. It looked like he had a great game. Mavididi had a fantastic game for me. We'll touch on him later. I know we're a little bit pressed for time because you've got other things to do, and it's quite late for you over there. But let me just make sure I know that's which one I want. I mean, like XRP says here, that was entertaining. It could have been 7 or 8. I mean, at one point, if you're going to say anything, what I thought was really great was Mavididi must have felt, the burning stare of Jamie Vardy. I mean, we know obviously you got to say a fantastic response to then go down, have another chance and take it, but that was like its own rite of passage, wasn't it? Really, that he got that glare from Vardy. I mean, do you think he should have passed it to Vardy? I know if he does, it's a tap in and it was 4-1 anyway. But do you feel he had the right to be a bit selfish at that point?
No, I actually think he had the right to be selfish. It looks like that way because obviously he missed. But if that goes in, you don't say anything, and that's precisely what happened the second time when he tried. And he had a lot of other chances and great runs. So I think he deserved to take that shot. And and Harvey Barnes, ironically, used to cop a lot of flack for that as well. I thought he was actually much worse, but in that same position in terms of being selfish, as people used to call him. But no, I thought he had the right. And
yeah,
I think he's the strongest option. Yeah.
Yeah, to have his little thing, and then of course, about 5 or so minutes later, Jamie Vardy's gone from giving him daggers to giving him all hugs and smiles, and he makes it. He makes it 4-1, and for me, I think that was one where you just felt that was it, wasn't it? 3-1, fairly comfortable, but when it went 4-1, I think you could tell it was dead because the crowd started to leave. Southampton looked sucked of energy, and Leicester they seem to be toying with them at points, and even then they, the one thing I got to notice, I don't know if you saw it, Luke, was it just seemed like no matter what minute was in it, I think it was about 86, 87 minutes, you saw Justin telling to keep switch on and keep the pressure. So it was really good to see. Are you happy with that from what you've seen, the fact that they kept the intent throughout the game?
Absolutely, mate. I've never really seen a massive loss of momentum ever in any of our games. Again, I said it. I've got complete faith in the system. It feels like we're in control at all times. Super happy. Super happy with the depth we've got and the rotations that we could possibly see. And I'm really looking forward to Norwich.
Yeah, I am as well. I kind of hope it will be a bit more of a challenge, more for the players than anything. But if it's going to be as easy as that, then I'm all for it with a chance of Norwich. I appreciate that you've got to go, Luke. So Chris did say he'd try and join me in the post-match. He might still do it. I'm just going to quickly read this comment. And then, Luke, I've already scored it whilst you were talking then. But I'm going to quickly get you to rate the starting 11. I'm going to give the team an overall 8 out of 10. I think there was definitely some moments to work on, but the overall things. First of all, just what was I saying? Not passing to Vardy is what got us relegated. Madison refused to pass to him all season. Yeah, Ray, it worked tonight. It worked again. Yes, Jesse, we did. And you've probably been wondering why I've been ignoring your game. I've been the host of the most, Jesse. That's why I've not been here. We did win. We won comfortably. Woohoo! We won a great result there by the scores you can see right there. Quickly, so you can get going then, mate. Hamadson didn't have a lot to do, but made some good saves. What would you rate him out of 10?
8.
That's what I've gone with. I think he was pretty sturdy. JJ, nice to see him get a full 90 minutes. What are you giving him, mate?
I've actually got a 6 for James Justin. I think that,
Ooh.
yeah, teetering towards a 7. I thought the first half he was kind of beaten, and I don't know if a pack 3 suits him just yet, but it's only early days and it's one game, so I'll just give him some more time, wait and see.
Well, I went for an 8. I thought he actually recovered the ball and helped out a bit. A greedy Mavadidi, Jesse, he may have been, but he did well. And she's been a little bit harsher on the goalkeeper. Not much, 7s, 8s, both the same thing. She's gone a 7 for Mads. This player, I'm going to get my rating out of the way now so I can get slated for it. I gave Doyle a 6. I thought he was very poor, and I think he owes a lot to Justin, and especially, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Vestergaard, for bailing him out a few times, especially in that first half. What were you saying? Did he do better than maybe I'm making out?
No, I've gone 6 as well.
He's gone 6 as well. Ricardo Pereira seems to be holding that role down. He was on the opposite side to what he's used to being on tonight. Gave the ball away a few times, but I did give him a 7 because overall I thought it was pretty good. Were you that impressed with him?
I've got 7 written down here as well.
You see, great minds think alike. Jesse says that Doyle gets marked down for that terrible mistake. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest mistake, but it's all a learning curve for it. I'm only doing the 11, by the way. Don't worry about the substitutes because I know you got to go. Harry Winks. Oh no, sorry, Yannick Vestergaard, man of the moment at the back tonight against his former club. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I had a solid game. I put him up there with JJ with an 8. Is he your highest ranking defender?
Yeah, I've got him down for 8.
Beautiful, mate. Harry Winks, probably not his best game. Got needlessly booked for me, but then settled down in that second half and was a lot smarter in what he did. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think he played a part in the breakaway for one of the goals. I may have been a bit generous here because I gave him a 7. Where are you putting him?
Stop copying me. I've got him down for 7 as well.
For God's sake, you're copying my own work. Yeah, you're flaming. You don't get marks for kissing the teacher's arse. You know, no apples in here. It seems like shocking all Leicester fans here because Jessie again, she comes in and said Vestergaard actually played really well today. Never thought I'd say that, Jessie. You're voicing the same opinions as every Leicester fan. We can't believe we're saying it we are. KDH, again, a little bit like Winks, a little bit naive at times, made some pointless challenges. Some might say tactical. I just say there was no need of how well we had bodies back. But I gave him a 7. I matched him for Harry Winks. So should I just put 7 down now, or are you going to change?
Yeah.
You guys know. 6.5. Well, we don't do halves, so I have to round it up to 7. But 7. I like your inventions to be different there, Luke. Last one, the goal scorer, the man that put the icing on the cake at half time. Wilfred Ndidi, which is a lot easier to say than Mavadidi. Obviously, he came off a bit early in the first half. Otherwise, I probably would have given him an 8, so I just gave him a 7 on that one.
I've given him an 8.
Oh, you've been nice. You know what? Yeah, I can't argue with that. 7 and 8, I say, are about the same. Depends how you talk about them, really. But yeah, I agree with that. I'll ask you your question for the last one before I let you go on that one. But Jessie's already said that her favourite goal was Mavadidi's. I'm inclined to say if Iheanacho would have not missed his chance, I would have picked him. McAteer, another goal for the youngster, youth product, doing really well. Got a bit crowded out in the second half. Obviously, didn't see much of the ball. I gave him a 7, though. I think he played really well again, earning his spot, isn't he?
I've got him down big time. I've got him down for 7 as well.
Oh, I tell you what, great minds think alike. It's good, we're spending too much time together, Luke. That's what it is. The man, the myth, the legend, the man that never ages in people's eyes. Some say he's like the Terminator. Others say he's James. He's the GOAT. All we know is he's Jamie Vardy. 21 seconds. So Solid Crew once said that's all you've got left in the studio. Jamie Vardy took 21 seconds to get a goal. I gave him an 8. I thought he was great for the majority of the match it was on. What did you think about his performance?
I've given him an 8 as well.
You gave him an 8, and cool, as if I am shocked. Boris's Jamie Vardy, biggest is fan. He gives Jamie Vardy a shirt number 9. And last but certainly means least, Mavadidi. He was my man of the match. I'll ask you for a genuine man of the match afterwards. He gets a 9 from me. I thought he was before, I'll say that again. He was brilliant throughout for me. He was a little bit selfish, but you like to see that sometimes in wingers. He didn't let his missed opportunity phase him. I'd give him a 9.
Sorry,
what
mate.
Are you saying?
What are you saying? I've gone for a 9 as well, and he's also my man of the match with Vestergaard a close second.
Oh, there you go. People can stop talking, mate. Me and you getting on like a house on fire like that. There'll be riots at Chris's age. Mate, I know you've got to dash off and go. Apologies if I kept you longer than you needed to be kept.
No worries, mate.
Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for jumping on beforehand and calming me down in my mass panic.
It's all good, mate. You absolutely nailed it. Huge turnaround. You did really well tonight. I'll see you soon.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. As always, I appreciate it.
See you later.
See you later, mate. So that was Luke. Unfortunately, Chris is probably not been able to get Wi-Fi in Southampton. They probably turned it off, so we can't see it. Just the last few comments here before we wrap things up. Markfield, sorry if I've said that wrong. I'm using my phone. Do apologise. Unreal. Finally enjoying my weekends again. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? And yes, perfect starts to the weekend. Play Southampton every time on a Friday night. We always seem to do well with it. Let me just scroll back up here, see if I can get a few more. I barely got the stream up before we scored. Oh, so what were you watching along here, or did you use your own stream, Jesse? Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you did. We won 4-1. Why wouldn't you have won it? We got one more comment. Don't forget to clip that 20-second goal call, mate. Yeah, I will look back through it. I'm sure I'll try and clip it back and get. I'll have it as Brad's debut goal celebration, because it was one of the 5 goals I was actually able to witness technically as live as I can. Oh, you watched it on Sky Sports? Well, at least you didn't have to listen to me ruin your ear rolls with me screaming and shouting when we scored, Jesse. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was the better commentator. Ask everybody else. They think I was amazing. So I'm just saying, maybe next time we're on Sky, mute the commentators, listen to me. I don't know. But I hope you had a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thank you for Fiona for your sticker purchases. No one has to do that. We all really do appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you've had a wonderful time joining me for this watch along. Thank you for all your amazing support, and thank you for watching me watch the game and telling you what's going on. Joys of a watch along. Very self-explanatory, but worked out perfectly fine. So normally, we do a post-match. That's why I did a quick one there with Luke. But obviously, A, we haven't got Chris. B, I haven't got really anybody to do it. And I've talked enough. And just for Jess's eyes, as you know, I'm running out of hydration. My voice is going. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for everybody joining us. And as always, you know what they say as I delay it skillfully for my outro video. You know what they always say? They say Brad is well organised and a champion. And they say, come on, you foxes. Until next time, good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.